Today we're going to be exploring some of the most entitled Karens and the context behind each one of them. So let's begin. We're going to start with this in-depth analysis of a distressing incident that took place in Minneapolis, involving a Kenyan Uber driver, Wesley Gakuo, and a woman identified as Jill C. Berquist. We're going to explore the incident in detail, examine its aftermath, and shed light on the broader issues of racial discrimination and the power of social media in today's world.
This is wrong. I'm not wasted. It's 10 o'clock, buddy.
Jill Berquist got into an Uber that was being driven by Wesley Gakuo, a native of Kenya who had immigrated to Minnesota in 1999 and been living there ever since. The evening in issue took place on Hennepin Avenue in South Minneapolis, and from all appearances it was a routine event. The conversation that took place shortly after that would indelibly alter the way both of their lives would progress from that point forward.
I'm calling Uber. Go back home now. I have to deal with this to me. I left the Halloween party.
I'm not gonna argue with you.
No, and Halloween.
For a significant portion of the video, you'll hear the woman talk on her phone and we can't really make out what she's saying because of the car noise, but at times she throws a slur or a complaint at the driver, which you should hear better.
Some Uber driver had 130 miles, and he took the back route to 100 North, and then the long way in through St. Louis Park to Uptown in Halloween. No, it doesn't make me feel. Go to Uptown, motherfucker. I'm calling.
Yeah.
Go to Uptown.
Don't call me that.
Go to Uptown now. You're making me uncomfortable. We'll call the cops.
Call
Uptown.
them. Call them. Call them
Go to
right now.
Uptown. Stop
Call
it.
them.
No,
You
I
call
want
them.
this man to go to Uptown.
You call them.
Go to Uptown, dude.
You call
No.
them. Let's see who's
Uptown.
gonna get off.
Hold on a second. I agree. I should be home pretty quickly.
I'll be on the phone.
Yeah, but Adam and I pretty much still confess our feelings for each other with his other partner there. He like looked at me like in this like face, like I'm not happy. Love this woman, I don't love her. I want to like express my own feelings, my own part. He like looks at me like, and I'm like, I told you what I told you. This is not my home. Please continue. I'm on 2715.
You say that this wasn't
This is not my home. And I literally pulled over in the middle of the sidewalk and won't drive me home. No. No, there's nothing happening. You bitch. Can't even get out of your car, you asshole. Can you open up the f***ing door? Get me out! I can't leave! It's not opening, you
Someone is clearly having a hard time grasping the concept of car doors. Just typical Karen behavior, nothing unusual. It was really interesting to observe how Jill Berquist's demeanor started to change almost as soon as the trip began. Apparently, Wesley caused her to lose her temper, and after that, her vocabulary grew progressively foul. The woman began screaming racial epithets at the Kenyan Uber driver, using the N-word, and exhibited startling levels of racial animosity. Because of this, the situation rapidly deteriorated into a more difficult one. Unbeknownst to Berquist, Wesley Gakuo had the presence of mind to record the entirety of the incident on his phone. This information was lost on Berquist.
You low-life f***ing hustle f***ing stringers. You suck. I'm calling the police. They're gonna beat you up, you f***ing. I had a black man attack me and punch me in the face. Almost like 5 guys on Uptown, 5 guys. He punched me. A black man punched me. Black man punched me. He didn't want to bring me home. He didn't want to bring me home. He drove the wrong way, and now he's punching me. Please send the police. Please send the police. 5 guys uptown. Please send the police. I don't know who he is. He's an Uber driver, and he punched me in the face for being a shit, bitch. He punched me in the face, and he finishes driving. Some black man assaulted me. I got out because he won't let me out. There's a black man that punched me. I said 5 days later. Please send the police. He's waiting. Please send the police for the black man that punched me. It is head to it. There is a Corolla something here. It's something. It's a Prius. The silver Prius, and then punched me. Still hurt. Punched me. And black punched me. They sent the police. Another punched me. He punched me. We're right here. Please send the police. Please send the police. Please.
Let me just say, just when all seemed lost, an unlikely hero emerged from the shadows, a beacon in the enveloping darkness. Their courage was not born of extraordinary powers, but of an extraordinary heart. An everyday soul, a silent guardian, our unexpected savior. They didn't wear a cape, but rather a bathrobe symbolizing peace, quiet, and hope.
Send the police.
Get the out of my neighborhood.
Police are coming.
Get out of my neighborhood.
The police are coming.
Get the out of my neighborhood.
Please send the police.
Don't you ever.
No, he punched me in the face. Please send the police.
You deserve this.
Please send the police. I don't. There's more bums attacking me. Please send the police to Uptown. Police are coming.
Good.
He punched me. The black man. Black man punched me. The police are coming. Don't touch me. He's a
Get out of my fucking neighborhood.
This is my neighborhood. Don't touch
My
me.
neighborhood.
Police are coming.
You don't live here.
I do.
No, you don't.
I'm white. I live here.
No, you don't.
Black people don't live here.
Yeah, you do.
Please send the police. The man punched me in the face.
Gakuo uploaded the video on YouTube in the days that followed, with the intention of drawing additional attention to the incident of racial prejudice that he had been a victim of. The extensive attention that the clip received on social media and the coverage that it got from a variety of news sites are both clear indicators that the recording had an immediate effect on its people. When Jill Berquist fabricated a slanderous complaint against Wesley Gakuo, saying that he had physically assaulted her, the circumstance quickly escalated into a far more dangerous predicament. Even while she was reporting the alleged incident to the emergency services, she used racial obscenities while she was on the phone with them. This was her final attempt to regain control of the predicament she found herself in. On the other hand, she had no idea that the whole discussion had been recorded on Gakuo's phone, which provided a thorough description of the order in which the events that had taken place had occurred. Because of the widespread dissemination of the film across various social media platforms, it was brought to the attention of the relevant authorities, which finally led to Jill Berquist being charged with a criminal offense. At first, she was charged with disorderly behavior in addition to fraudulently reporting a crime. The latter allegation was related to her assertions that she had been the target of a physical assault, and it was tied to her claims that she had been the victim of the attack. The charges that were brought against Berquist were founded on the evidence that was presented in the film. The incident was brought to the notice of the general public in a relatively short amount of time, which generated conversations about racism and accountability. In spite of this, the city attorney's office presented an amended charge that removed the count of falsely reporting a crime. This was an unanticipated turn of events. As a result of the fact that the logic that went into making this verdict was not immediately made public, a lot of people are perplexed and are asking how this may potentially alter the outcome of the case. Jill Berquist made her initial appearance in court, and the procedures of the legal case began once this appearance was made. Reporters and journalists followed the proceedings in the courtroom with a great deal of interest as they transpired, as the case gained a huge amount of attention from the media. The video clip was presented as key evidence throughout the whole of the trial. It was used used to demonstrate both the gravity of the incident as well as the racial epithets that were directed toward Gakuo. The actions of Bergquist were criticized by witnesses who had seen the film and expressed their disgust at being able to see them. After the occurrence, Gakuo received an overwhelming amount of support from a wide variety of communities on a scale that encompassed both the United States and other countries across the world. A significant number of individuals expressed their support for him and provided him with words of encouragement and empowerment. As the proceedings of the trial continued, Jill Bergquist was the target of a significant amount of public criticism for the actions that she had taken before the trial. Her racist rant and unsubstantiated accusations were met with criticism from throughout the world, and as a direct result of her conduct, a great number of people have requested that she be held accountable for her behavior. Bergquist's actions resulted in repercussions not just in his personal life, but also in his work life. There were rumors going on that her employer, which was a well-known corporation in the area, was looking into her behavior and debating the most appropriate response to take in light of the event. Jill Bergquist, who was coming under an increasing amount of pressure, gave an interview in which she expressed sorrow for the actions that she had taken before the interview. Atlanta Black Star News article reads, "Both Gakuo and Bergquist spoke with Minnesota's Star Tribune. Bergquist admitted that she should have never called Gakuo those slurs, but didn't back down from her claims that he held her down and hit her. Gakuo, 47, told the Star Tribune that he has never experienced a racist verbal outburst since moving to Minnesota. He's originally from Kenya, but moved to the States in 1999. He also said he doesn't hold any hard feelings against Bergquist. As part of her public apology, Bergquist acknowledged that she was responsible for the mental anguish that was experienced by Wesley and the greater Kenyan community as a direct result of her conduct. She resolved to further educate herself on the consequences of racism and to work toward the objective of being a person who is more empathic and understanding of the perspectives of others. After carefully considering all of the evidence presented, the judge eventually made his decision public. Because Jill was judged to be guilty of disorderly behavior, it was necessary for her to endure the consequences that were appropriate for the actions that she had taken. The aftermath of the event brought to light the resiliency of people like Wesley, who defied prejudice and inspired others to join the fight against racism. These individuals were recognized because of their role in the aftermath of the tragedy. As we move on, let us not forget how important it is to foster empathy, understanding, and unity in order to establish a society that is more sympathetic toward individuals of different backgrounds and welcomes them with open arms. We hope this video has sparked meaningful conversations about racial discrimination. Have you ever wondered if these so-called Karens you see on the internet end up tasting some sweet karma? Well, this one has. Let us dive into a confrontation that took place outside a restaurant in Plano, Texas. This video clip, recorded by the victims, shows a woman named Esmeralda Upton assaulting and threatening several Indian American women. We'll discuss what the confrontation was about, how it could have been handled better, and the aftermath of the whole situation. So let's get into it.
Stop! Who do you think you go back to India? Go back to India!
At the very beginning, Upton tells the Indian women to shut up, with a hefty dose of profanity. It's clear that she's already being aggressive and confrontational.
Why? We don't want you here! We don't want to hang out with you. We don't want you here! If they knew so great in your country, then stay there.
Here, Upton repeatedly tells the Indian women to go back to their country, making it clear that she has a problem with their race. This type of behavior is completely unacceptable, and it's important to call it out when we see it. Upton also generalizes and implies that we, presumably meaning people like herself, don't want Indian women in the United States. This is a bold example of prejudice and discrimination based on their ethnicity.
We were not talking to you. You came here. Get lost.
For the sake of pleasing the YouTube algorithm and guidelines, we can't show physical confrontation, but in this moment the situation escalates when Upton physically assaults one of the Indian women. And we can hear one of the women call for her friends to record the incident as evidence.
Come closer. Come closer. She's hitting me.
Yeah, and she threatened us with she's a white woman wearing a black dress.
No, I'm not white. I'm Mexican. I'm Mexican, and I pay May here.
Oh my God, she's hitting my friend now.
I am not hitting your friend. You guys are all about.
I don't know, but she just hit my hand. She tried to hit my phone away.
I'm in a video.
I'm at the 69 parking lot.
Oh, here.
Here we can see classic Karen behavior. Just after telling Indian women to go back to their country, Upton pulls out a phone as to appear above being filmed. and to make fun of those who are capturing the evidence. One thing I want to point out, however, is how the Indian women try to de-escalate the situation. They question why Upton is approaching them, and they calmly respond to her insults. It's admirable that they're able to keep their composure in such a distressing situation.
Can you please send some help?
Oh, these Indians, they come to America because they want a better life.
Yes,
but
please.
they're obviously not living the great life in India.
If we even talk to you, why did you walk up to us to talk to you?
Yes.
Because I hate you Indians, that's why.
Upton's actions clearly demonstrate a lack of empathy and understanding for the women she is attacking. She seems to feel entitled to harass them simply because they are of a different ethnicity.
If you guys come to our country,
If you are Mexican, why don't you go back to Mexico?
and you want everything, you're Mexican. I'm a Mexican American. I was born here. Were you born here? What makes you think that because of the way you speak? Because I'm a Mexican American, but I speak English.
The four of us are talking. Why would you come and talk to us and make a racist comparison?
Now she's hitting the third person.
I'm not going to talk to you when you have your camera on. If you want to turn your camera off, I'm happy to talk.
We are
Turn it
Indians
off.
and she's telling us go back to your
You're the one who
country.
came and talked to me. I'm talking
She
with my
yelled
friends.
at us. We were just standing in
Everywhere I
front.
go, you Indians are everywhere.
So she's
If life here, and please, I'm
Yes,
trying
please.
to be civil here.
Yes.
If life is so great in India, why the are here?
I don't know if you can sit.
Why are
She's
y'all
coming
here?
back. She's coming back.
This is the country where I am a natural citizen here. You have,
You're a
Vidisha,
naturalized
Vidisha,
citizen.
Vidisha.
You're not a
Vidisha,
born and raised
Vidisha, don't engage.
citizen.
Don't engage.
But
Don't
why are
engage.
you here?
Don't engage.
I'm not going to talk to you because you are not my friend. You're a
No, you're not my
you're a
friend.
stranger, and you have no right to come and talk to us.
No,
like
you're
this.
right. You know what, ma'am? You're right.
We will
Ma'am,
do that.
I am
We'll do that.
sorry.
We'll do that.
Ma'am, I am sorry.
We'll do that.
You know what?
We'll do that.
I'm not.
Okay, well, peace. I'm trying to reach out. Peace. I overstepped my bounds, and I'm sorry.
She's suddenly.
Maybe alcohol is wearing off and she's coming to her senses, or she's just realized that this isn't going to look good on her criminal background. But we can see a desperate attempt at trying to avoid the inevitable consequences of her actions, and appear as if she's apologetic and this whole tyranny just kind of slipped out of her.
We apologizing and saying peace. I don't know what that means, but
But please have them come
Please,
here
please,
because
yeah,
we are not
please.
feeling safe
we
here.
don't
Well,
feel
that-
safe right now.
What? Look, I'm not gonna hurt you guys. Look at me. I'm all of 100 pounds, and you guys weigh well over 200 pounds. Stop videoing me. I swear to God, I will break the camera. Stop! I'm walking away. I'm leaving y'all alone. Turn the cameras off. You too. Turn that off.
Not yet. Don't see anybody.
I'm going to go to the restaurant. Let's just go to the restaurant.
She's yeah. She's coming back. Stop, woman! And she's reaching.
Oh my God, she's. Please come. Please get here quickly.
Shaburi, don't engage. Shaburi.
Hey, there's a car coming. Be careful.
Here. Then she is. Thank you so much.
All of you can back up that way, please.
Sure.
Unfortunately for her, there's been a dozen of videos and news articles written about her on the internet. Now that we've seen the video, let's talk about the aftermath of this confrontation and how it affected everyone involved. According to CBS News and Dallas Observer, the following day Upton was arrested based on witness statements. She was charged with assault, bodily injury, and terroristic threats, and her bond was set at $10,000. Following the incident, Indrani Banerjee, one of the women in the group, filed a lawsuit against Upton, claiming that she verbally threatened, slandered, and physically assaulted them. A second woman, Baidisha Rudra, filed a similar suit against Upton. Both lawsuits seek monetary damages to compensate Banerjee and Rudra for their physical and emotional distress. Upton faces 2 misdemeanor charges, a Class A charge for the assault and a Class B for the terroristic threat. According to the Texas Penal Code, she could face up to 1 year in jail and a maximum fine of $4,000 for the Class A charge, and a jail term not to exceed 180 days, and a maximum fine of $2,000 for the Class B charge upon sentencing. Upton could also face possible felony charges depending on the outcome of Plano PD's Crime Against Persons unit. Interestingly enough, despite video evidence of the attack and Upton's refusal to take a breath test for alcohol, she was not arrested on the spot. She was allowed to be driven home, but police arrested her the next day. CBS Texas has released a video of the victim speaking out after a woman who assaulted and yelled racial slurs at them got arrested.
But yes, in one word, we are terrified.
I felt extremely humiliated that this could have happened in a place like this. Yeah, the assailant just said, "Go back where you came from," and she used some harsh words, derogatory words, and then she walked right up to us.
And the first thing we did was, I started recording, and the other friend, she called 911. It hurts you, right? It hurts you real bad.
At that point, did you fear for your lives?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And she said, just stop recording or else I'm going to shoot your head off.
Our entire sense of safety was shattered with this incident. That woman has been asked to leave. She was asked to take a breath analyzer test that she refused. So they told her to call a family member who came and drove her away.
We definitely want to see justice served. Like, that's the thing, right? And so whatever her actions, what her actions were, we just want to make sure that she has the right consequences.
So that people cannot dare to do this again to other people.
Banerjee claims that the attack left her with severe emotional distress, and she now lives in fear for her family's safety. She's being treated for PTSD because of the attack. This confrontation has undoubtedly had a profound impact on the lives of the Indian women involved. Upton's defense in court may argue that alcohol got the better of her that night. However, given her refusal to take a breath test, it's unclear if she was intoxicated. If she were, the police might not have let her leave after refusing the test. Here's what people thought of the video recording of Upton harassing Indian women. She is a shame to Hispanics. We are not all the same. Apologies to the ladies that got assaulted. So sorry this lady hurt you physically and emotionally. Kudos to these women for standing up for themselves and speaking out. On behalf of the entire Mexican-American, Mexican, and Latino community, we are so sorry you had to endure this hateful and criminal behavior. Please don't think we all are anything like this trash. We love our fellow people of color and all immigrants. The USA is better because of all the beautiful people and cultures that come here. You make this place better. Sending love to you beautiful ladies. I hope you are able to recover from this completely. I had a bad day and a couple of drinks. That's not really who I am. Her soon, probably. At the time of the incident, she was already unemployed and seeking, meaning there was no job to get fired from after the incident happened, which we so love to hear. But it's safe to say she's going to have a hard time with applications and interviews moving forward, and is going to learn a very valuable lesson. In the end, justice was served. This person is a prime example of what it means to be so drunk on the ability to have even a scrap of power over someone for once that it will leave you astounded. In other words, a severe case of power complex brought on by extreme insecurity. And in today's video, I'll be covering and analyzing the whole incident, so stick to the end if you want to know what went down and what happened after. This recording shows a conversation between a former Webbridge Middle School principal, Susan Opferman, and a former janitor, Jonathan Hawley, who was secretly recording the conversation. We'll discuss what the confrontation was about, how it could have been handled better, and the aftermath of the whole situation. So let's get into it.
So, what are your hours?
My hours is from 6:30 to 3 o'clock.
Okay. Why did you leave today at 2:45?
I didn't leave at 2:45.
You did.
I did not leave at 2:45.
We were calling you.
When I left,
What time do you think you left?
When I left, when I was leaving out that door.
What time do you think you left?
When I was leaving out that door, it was 2:52.
What time do you think you left?
52 when I was going out that door.
Because you left early.
I didn't leave early because I was here early.
What time do you work till? What are your hours?
Miss Hoffman, the
Jonathan,
fire people that was here this morning
Jonathan,
was outside. They had to get
Jonathan,
in the building.
Stop talking. Jonathan, what are your hours? What are your hours? I just want to hear them again. What are they?
I told you my hours already.
Tell me again.
From 6:30 to 3 o'clock.
6:30 to 3 o'clock. Okay, and you left early today.
I didn't leave early.
Did you leave before 3 o'clock?
I left before 3 o'clock.
Okay, why?
For the simple fact I had to come in here this morning because the fire people was out there outside, sitting outside in their cars, and they had to get in the building to do the fire alarm.
Okay.
So I had to come in the building at 6:15. Miss Beckett, both of us came at the same time when I had to
Who
let them
told
in.
you to come at 6:15?
In the conversation, we hear janitor telling Opferman that he works at the school from 6:30 a.m. to 3 p.m., but that this morning was different, so he felt he could leave early. That morning, the local fire department needed to do a routine inspection of the school, and they came early. So Holly clocked in at 6:15 so that the firemen didn't have to sit around and wait until 6:30. And because of his early day, Holly decided to leave at 2:52.
It's not.
Who told you to come at
It's not.
6:15?
It's not that I wanted to come in at 6:15, Miss Hoffman. I was sitting outside, and the fire people was outside waiting in the car to get inside the
Then
building.
they wait. We are not open until 6:30.
So they wait. They have to wait until 6:30 to get inside the building to do the fire alarms.
If they don't have a key, the building is not open until 6:30. You don't adjust your hours just because you feel like it.
I didn't do it because I felt like it, Miss Hoffman. I was
You
doing
did.
it to help the fire people to get inside the
Who
building.
told you to open the building early? Did your boss, Susan Opferman, tell you to start your hours early today?
I was not supposed to start my hours early
Okay.
today, but like I was
But
telling you, the
nothing.
fire people had to get inside. They were sitting
Who
out
is
there
your
for almost
boss?
an hour.
Who is your boss? Is your boss Susan Offerman or the fire marshal? Who is your boss?
Miss Hoffman, you was my boss.
Okay.
I never
what
said
are
you
your
was my
hours?
boss. I explained my hours
6:30
to you.
to 3.
Yes.
One of the most striking aspects of this video is Opferman's demeaning tone. She talks to Holly as if he were a child, undermining his actions and questioning his decisions. This not only shows a lack of respect towards Holly, but also reveals an unhealthy power dynamic in their working relationship. She treats him like a child, talking to him as if he were one of the students.
Okay, and we needed you at 2:45, and we're calling you on the walkie, and I called you on the phone finally because nobody could find you, and the guy said
I
you
had
left
just
early.
left. No, I did not leave early. I had just left when they said that. I had just left.
Jonathan, if you left before 3 o'clock, you left early. You left before your shift was done.
So let me explain this to you. From yesterday when we had the meeting, I didn't get out of here until 3:15
Why?
because you had us in the meeting.
No, I finished on time.
No, it wasn't. When I left out that door,
I
that's the
finished.
time. That's the time I left
on
out that
time
door.
yesterday.
Okay.
I did. I made it a point to finish on time yesterday because I do not want to keep you past your hours.
It was when I left out the building, Miss Hoffman. It was past 3 o'clock.
I don't know what you were doing between when you left that room at 3 o'clock to when you left this building. But I did not give you permission to leave early today. You left before your shift was over. You left before your shift was completed. Your shift finishes at 3 o'clock. And you left before 3 o'clock without permission. Do you understand that?
I understand.
Okay. I have to call HR. I just want you to know that.
Okay, and what?
I don't know. I'm going to see what they say. Because you have
Because I left.
Because you left
10 minutes before the time that I was
15 minutes
in early. I mean.
No one asked you to come in early. No one asked you to come in early.
I don't understand.
You are not supposed to open this building until 6:30. Your shift starts at 6:30.
I understand that.
Another significant issue in the video is Opferman's refusal to acknowledge the validity of Holly's reasoning for leaving early. She insists that the fire department should have waited until 6:30 a.m., the official opening time of the school. This demonstrates a lack of flexibility and understanding on her part, as well as a clear disregard for the janitor's initiative and problem-solving skills.
But like I said, I had to make the adjustment because they were sitting outside in their cars trying to get in.
You did not have to make the adjustment. The only one that changes your schedule is me. The only person that gives permission for your schedule to be different from 6:30 to 3 is me. They are not your boss. I am very upset that you did not work your full shift today.
Despite Opferman's condescending attitude, Holly maintains a calm and collected demeanor throughout the conversation. He patiently explains the situation and the reason behind his decision to leave early that day. Many viewers have commended him for his cool-headed approach to the situation, as it would have been difficult for most people to remain composed under such circumstances.
Okay, so if this is going to be on me, you might as well get everybody else that leave the same time or leave early then too. Because it's a lot more people doing that, just me. It seemed like I'm being picked out.
Well, we needed you today.
Every time, Miss Hoffman, you always picking me out the bunch.
Jonathan,
and it seems like you're harassing me right now. You seem like I'm being harassed because it's every time I come in here.
You're not being harassed.
I'm always in the meetings with you, and you always seem to be yelling and screaming at me, always telling me this, that, and the third, and it's getting to that frustration point.
Jonathan, I am not harassing you.
Yes, you are, Miss Hoffman. Yes, you are. You are harassing me.
Towards the end of the video, Holly accuses Opferman of harassment, stating that she always seems to be targeting him and that he feels frustrated. Opferman denies the accusation and dismisses the conversation as finished. This is an important moment in the video because it highlights Holly's genuine feelings of being singled out and treated unfairly.
Okay, we're finished.
You are, Miss Hoffman.
We're finished.
Every time I come into this meeting with you, it's always something I'm doing. But what about everybody else? Everybody else is doing.
This meeting's done. Please stop yelling at me.
I'm not yelling. I'm just voicing my frustration because just like you frustrated with me, I'm frustrated too.
I'm frustrated that you left before your 3 o'clock shift was over and this meeting is finished.
But you don't understand the fact that I was here.
The 10 minutes that you left earlier are now done. The 10 minutes that you owed the school are now finished. So, I'll see you tomorrow. I'll let you know what HR says.
Okay.
After the video was released, it went viral and racked up millions of views and likes. People supported Jonathan, and even the school's students knew Jonathan as a helpful and pleasant person who would always lend a helping hand. We can see some of the school's students commenting on the video saying, "I am a student at Webbridge and my sister is now in high school. We all miss you. We now have a better principal and nobody forgets about this. That's how you know people care about you. We love you, man." We even chanted "Free my Jonathan" in the halls and the teachers would tell us to be quiet. Some people also commented raising their concerns about the legalities of recording videos without consent. Obviously, Susan Opferman never knew that the conversation was being filmed. Therefore, it raises a question of whether or not it was against the law. Well, according to the Digital Media Law Project, Georgia's wiretapping law is a one-party consent law for purposes of making audio recordings of conversations. Georgia makes it a crime to secretly record a phone call or in-person conversation originating in any private place unless one party to the conversation consents. Therefore, you may record a conversation or phone call if you are a party to the conversation, or you get permission from one party to the conversation in advance, which means that Jonathan is safe. In the aftermath of the video going viral, Jonathan Holly released an update stating that he was not fired but was forced to resign. He believed this was because he was the highest paid janitor at the school, and they were trying to save money. Therefore, he was forced out by Opferman and the school.
I just want to start off by saying that a lot of people had questions. I didn't get fired. I was forced to resign. Again, I did not get fired. I was forced to resign. And why I was forced to resign was not because of that video. That video led up to what they was trying to do from the beginning. And what that was trying to get me out the door for their own personal reasons. You know, it was wrong how they did it. You know, I was thinking that being that I was going to resign, that I was be able to, get back into the system. But that didn't happen. I was tricked. And when I tried to get back into the system, my application kept being denied, wasn't getting any interviews. I called to HR, spoke with the director, Northside, and she told me, her name was Patty, she told me straight like this, you no longer can be an employee of Fulton County. How is that so? I resigned. I didn't get terminated. I resigned, right? I'm supposed to be able to get back, right? Didn't happen. So again, that was unfair. In the meeting, that last meeting that I had, when they did what they did, they showed me pictures on copy of paper, some pictures that they took that I've never seen before, saying, this writing, this little graffiti that was on the back, some pencil graffiti that was on the back of a bathroom door, and a picture of a toilet bowl with tissue and stuff inside of it. Took a picture of two pictures. And that's what they showed me, and that was the reason they backing on firing me, trying to get me out the door. That was their reason. That was the last straw, as they say, which was a bunch of nonsense.
You can check out the full update on his own YouTube channel called Jonathan Holly. Channel contains 2 updates regarding the incident, and it's definitely worth checking them out if you want more details. Now, I want to put some emphasis on this Quora comment made by one of the students at Webbridge Middle School. Student highlights: the more serious issue is the reason she told him he should have waited. He said the firemen were responding to an alarm, which could have potentially been very serious. If it was an actual fire and the janitor hadn't opened the door, it would have been on his head that the school burned down. That's a serious amount of guilt to be carrying around around every day, knowing that the whole school was destroyed because of his actions. I also believe that at the time the janitor was allowed to make the professional decision to open the door, since he would have also gotten in trouble if he didn't open the door. He made a call, and in my opinion the right one. In the aftermath of this incident, it seems only fitting that a dose of karma would be served to the main course of the meal. The Rate My Teachers platform has experienced an influx of negative reviews for Principal Opferman, with one comment reading, "A disgrace to humanity. Certain individuals should not hold positions of power, and this serves as an exemplary case." In her LinkedIn, Opferman stated that she was a principal at Webbridge Middle School since June 2011, and according to Heavy News article, Opferman has been forced to resign following the public outcry from the video. Therefore, it's safe to say that karma has been served. Today we are delving into the chaotic rant of Cassandra Maxwell, a mother who had a full-blown meltdown in her car after receiving a no trespassing order from her children's elementary school. Buckle up, folks. This ride is going to be intense. We'll discuss what the incident was about, how it could have been handled better, and the aftermath of the whole situation. So let's get into it.
I went back after I found the no trespassing order that I got from the school. You want to hear something? I'm suing the elementary school. I'm suing Roseau County School. I'm shutting that whole entire school. Amy McGuire, principal, Roseau Elementary School. Guess what, Amy? You're never going to be able to work in elementary ever again when I'm done with you.
As Cassandra kicks off her video, it's clear she's reached her boiling point. She's serving up a hot plate of legal threats against the school and its principal, Amy McGuire. Unfortunately, turning a no trespassing order into a social media rant is not exactly the most effective or sensible way to handle the situation.
Want to say that you're a principal to kids? I just broke my bracelet. That's how angry I am. You want to lie, Miss McGuire? Do you want to lie? Do you?
Honestly, the foam and the spit on her face make everything so much worse. I apologize to anyone who's decided to eat while watching this video. It's not a pleasant sight. It's important to mention that while expressing our emotions is essential, maintaining respect and dignity in our communications can potentially lead to a better outcome, which Cassandra is clearly not grasping. Maybe take it easy on the jewelry during your rants. You wouldn't want another casualty besides that poor bracelet.
Let's look at this no trespassing order. Why do we not checking in an elementary office of noticing us of your visits in advance? That wasn't the agreement! Now was it? You mother psychopathic principal! Was it the agreement? No, because I didn't make the agreement with you, you.
As we dive deeper, we're finding ourselves in a tornado of rage, spit, and F-bombs. Cassandra, despite your colorful language, we do sympathize with the parental frustration. However, the school has its procedures, and a breakdown on social media ain't gonna solve much. Let's keep in mind, guys, the school staff are people too, and being called a bitch probably wasn't on Principal McGuire's bingo card for the day.
I didn't make the agreement with you when I called the school. When I got the okay, they told me all you have to do is come to the office and sign in. And guess what, you I signed in every time. You want to know why? Because I am never did enough not to. Because of Ren. You psycho. You! Those are my children! Not remaining in lunchroom commons or the space in the office. Oh, excuse me, you busted again! Aren't you? Aren't you, you that wasn't agreed upon in certain places at all! At all! At all! And I went back to the police station. I did! And they said, oh, you were outside for a little bit with Jaylee. And I said, guess what? My daughter begged me to watch her. So I asked if that was okay. And they said, oh, sure. Just come outside and watch her. And then they said, you've been out here a little bit too long. You should probably leave. That is what they did.
Now, Cassandra's anger escalates as she disputes the reasons behind the trespassing order. She vehemently insists that she followed the rules set by the school for her visits. It's clear she feels wronged, but the language and tone being used are highly inappropriate and do not foster a constructive dialogue. She continues to vehemently disagree with the allegations brought against her, expressing her frustration over perceived mixed messages about where she was allowed during her visits. Apparently, Cassandra's visit was supposed to be supervised and confined to certain areas, but like a rebellious teenager, she decided to wander off the beaten path. She had a right to visit her child, but again, rules are rules. Can't help but feel the simple solution here was just to, I don't know, follow them? Evidently, she feels that her actions were in the best interest of her child, which might be a valid point, but is lost amidst the profanity and aggression.
Jaylee begged me to watch her play! Begged! That is the best interest of the child, to let me watch her play because she begged. You school! School! And then recording and publicly posting videos while in the building and on school property. Here's another lesson for you. Here's another lesson. Nobody dare talk to me about posting videos, publicly or not publicly, ever!
As she addresses the claim about her recording and publicly posting videos, she argues that she was never informed about such restrictions. While it's critical to uphold privacy laws, especially in a school setting, it's also essential for any institution to clearly communicate its rules, unless she's lying and just trying to get sympathy points.
I'm not enough to post videos of other people's kids. I posted pictures, and I got a video of me and Owen in the principal's office where he is doing an art class because he wanted to. So guess what, Roseau County School? I'm coming for your kids. I'm suing the out of you.
The intensity increases as Cassandra announces her intent to sue Roseau County itself. Perceived injustices can lead to feelings of frustration and powerlessness, which is what Cassandra is feeling right now.
Suing you, big, for serving this to me in front of my son!
And then the plot thickens. Cassandra is now visibly emotional, recounting the experience of receiving the order in front of her son. It's clear she feels humiliated and violated by the manner in which the order was delivered.
When my son was looking at me like, Mom, what's happening? Mom, what's happening? He was panicking because there was a sheriff there! A sheriff put his hands on me in front of my baby! In front of him! Man! In front of him! Who the do you think you are, Amy McGuire? You're done in education! Done! Done! You don't have the right to be a public person for children! You allowed me and my son to be abused in front of other children! Other babies! And then to have a sheriff put his hands on me in a school with kids.
Approaching the end of this video, Cassandra shows signs of mental exhaustion and desperation. While it's difficult to ascertain the reality of the situation based solely on this video, it's clear that she's in a highly emotional state and feels persecuted.
Sheriff! Roseau County, guess what? You're being investigated! And I'm suing you too! For what you did! For what you did to show me the order of protection that literally says denied. Says denied! And where it says Wren requests a hearing, you retard. You are a sheriff! Serve it to me in front of babies. You guys deserve to have your ass beat. Raina, here's the deal, you piece of shit. Get the off of my Facebook. Yeah, I am a little bit crazy. It's my babies, you piece of shit. And then we have Melissa's piece of shit, disgusting partner like the video and say haha when he literally got in my face and was threatening to me. Do you want to see how psycho I am about kids? You just saw how much I will protect the shit out of my kids and every single kid on the planet. I am psycho about the protection of children. Psycho about it! While you let my ex-husband abuse me and my babies! Who the do you think you are, Roseau County Public School and the Sheriff's Department? Who the do you think you are? You're about to get mother energetically punched. You better take a step back, Roseau Elementary, because I'm taking you down big!
Now let's delve a bit deeper into the background of this story. The incident captured here is just a snapshot of what appears to be a larger issue. The school, upon viewing this live stream, understandably raised safety concerns and even went into lockdown. It's crucial to consider how our public actions can affect not just us, but also others around us. Cassandra has a history of run-ins with the law.
I am not stopping for this fake cop. I'm at mile marker 348. This is not a real police officer behind me. It is a fake one. I'm not getting kidnapped or human trafficked or murdered. Oh no, you guys, I'm gonna die. They're gonna kill me. I literally just thought I was gonna be kidnapped. I didn't mean to frighten you guys or scare you guys. I'm literally just freaking out in my car. Like, please do not shoot me. Please don't kill me, please. I literally am really...
This does paint the situation in a different light, hinting that there might be ongoing issues contributing to this extreme emotional reaction. This incident has sparked widespread attention online, with Cassandra becoming somewhat of a spectacle. She later appeared on Dr. Phil, where she reiterated her anger towards the school principal. Yet it's worth noting that the information provided in the police reports suggests a more complex narrative, including the claim that she has been disruptive on the school premises previously. After some digging, it was discovered that Cassandra suffers from a severe bipolar disorder, which was untreated at the time of this incident. If true, this could shed some light on her behavior, reminding us that mental health can have a significant impact on one's actions. To conclude, while Cassandra's outburst was shocking and inappropriate, it's important to remember that we are only seeing a fraction of the full story. This situation underlines the importance of clear communication, mental health awareness, and appropriate response mechanisms for conflicts in public spaces like schools. Hold on to your seats as we delve into a distressing incident that unfolded aboard a JetBlue flight, leaving everyone in shock. Ryan Anthony Brewer has made himself famous after a recording of him going on a racist tirade filled with offensive slurs and aggressive behavior surfaced on the internet. But as we delve deeper into the incident, we'll also shed light on Ryan's troubled background, uncovering a complex series of events that led to this explosive confrontation.
Nobody.
Take your get the f out of my seat! Kick that off the plane!
Sir, please you need to stop. There are children. Please stop. Stop. Hey, that's not necessary.
Take your stuff and get out of my seat, please!
We will take care of it,
Thank you.
but I need you to stop yelling.
She kneed me in the stomach! Why are you in my face?
I'm asking you to stop
Have
yelling.
I committed any type of violence since I've been on the plane?
You're
No!
yelling.
Our story begins as JetBlue Flight 1760 sits on the runway at Norman Manley International Airport in Kingston. Ryan Brewer, a middle-aged white man wearing a Burger King crown, unleashes a barrage of racial slurs just moments after boarding the flight, claiming the right to use offensive language due to his perceived West African heritage.
And
So
you're
what?
causing a scene. Yes, sir. That's
She kneed me in the
disrespectful.
stomach!
I don't care what she did. You're being
Thank you!
disrespectful.
Somebody get
Shut
this
the
on
f- up for 2 seconds.
I want a lawsuit! I want a lawsuit right now, mother!
As the tension rises, Ryan's behavior escalates, directing his slurs at fellow passengers and engaging in aggressive confrontations with flight attendants. In the midst of the commotion, Ryan is seen loudly and rudely demanding someone to vacate his seat. Flight attendants attempt to defuse the situation, urging Ryan to stop, particularly due to the presence of children on board.
Call the police right now. I know you saw it. She beat me in the stomach.
Good.
We're gonna contact them.
Thank you.
You need to. Here, can you
This
stand
is
up?
my seat.
Can you stand up?
Where is 25A? Where is 25A? Why did she just knee me in the stomach?
Because you deserve it.
Yes, she did.
Brewer claims that the chaos erupted due to an alleged physical altercation with a woman who he believed hit him in the stomach.
Excuse me, I'm part West African. I can say anytime I want. Bye. You need me in the stomach. I want to press charges.
Nobody.
Take her.
Can't show this, but punches were thrown. The situation accelerated to the extreme, and flight attendants were trying their best to keep the situation under control.
Is there only white man on the plane though?
This ain't all I want. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Clearly, I just did.
Loser. I understand more people.
Clearly, you have no authority. Especially while a motherfucker attacking me. You need yes, this motherfucker is okay. You and your job. Whitey? You would, huh?
Yes, I would.
You wouldn't be able to reach, fat.
What?
She just threatened violence. That's a felony. Assault. Felony. Threat and assault. 2 felonies. Bye. 2 felonies. Bye. Who's next, mother?
No, I'm not.
Kingston police intervene, eventually removing Ryan from the flight in handcuffs to the applause of fellow passengers. JetBlue, acknowledging the severity of the incident, takes immediate action by banning Ryan Brewer from riding with the airline, and rightfully so. However, the story does not end there. Reports emerge about Brewer's mental health struggles and a possible triggering of a psychotic episode. The Jamaican news outlet, The Den News, reads, "Family of Ryan Anthony Brewer made contact with Jamaican authorities shortly after the incident, noting that he suffered from mental illness. One family member believes that the events which transpired in Jamaica may have triggered a psychotic episode, adding that Brewer is diagnosed with schizophrenia. We uncover the backstory of Ryan Brewer, revealing a troubled individual with a shattered dream of marrying a Jamaican woman. According to Brewer, he arrived in Jamaica with excitement and plans to marry a woman he met on Facebook. Jamaican news article The Den News read, Brewer revealed that he had arrived in Jamaica on September 12th, full of happiness and joy and anticipation that he would be tying the knot with a local woman. A woman who was waiting in the airport lounge and overheard the conversation told The Den that a clearly distraught Brewer kept shouting that he was heartbroken. According to the woman, Brewer told security personnel that after arriving on the island and meeting up with the woman, who he revealed he had met on Facebook, she allegedly fleeced him out of $1,000. She told me that she was going to use the money to make wedding preparations, Brewer is heard telling the security officer. Brewer said that after giving the woman the funds, she took off never to be seen again and refused to answer his Facebook messages. $1,000 which he saved is apparently his disability money. Financial difficulties left Brewer sleeping on the beach for several nights, doing anything he could to effectively survive, like trying to find enough money to buy food, hence his Burger King paper crown. The combination of heartbreak, financial hardship, and the sight of a woman resembling his lost love triggered Brewer's explosive outburst on the flight. The article reads, he said things further took a toll for the worse when he arrived at his seat and saw a woman who resembled the woman he was intending to marry. Brewer said he lost his cool. Additionally, Brewer said he felt ashamed and embarrassed that he was going home single after having left the United States, announcing that he was going to marry a Jamaican princess. Also, not to add salt to the wound, but chances are no such woman ever actually existed. It's a rather common way to exploit lonely people out of their finances. That, in addition to Ryan's mental issues, and you have a recipe for disaster. Therefore, it's not out of the question that the person Ryan was going to marry simply never existed. But we can't say for sure either because there's no more information about it. Of course, the JetBlue flight incident is inexcusable. However, However, delving into the underlying factors allows us to gain a broader perspective. While Brewer's actions cannot be justified, understanding the complexities surrounding the incident serves as a reminder that behind every confrontation lays a human story. After doing some digging, another flight incident, this time with American flights, took place not too long after the initial incident. Again with a paper Burger King crown and the same racist tirade.
Me? For no reason. He called me the N-word.
Hold on. Right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, we all heard him.
Lord have
Excuse me.
Was I talking to you? You asked me what I said when I was speaking to myself. Bye-bye.
You're not Jamaica?
Was I talking to him?
You're not supposed to use that word in general.
Don't say it then.
You don't say it, the fuck?
I'm going to say whatever I want. It's called freedom of speech.
Not in this country. Not in this.
Well, in Jamaica, it's called freedom of expression.
Sir.
Excuse me where you swing braids, please.
Okay.
You swing your braids all over. It's got COVID all over it. Don't swing your braids on me. Please don't swing your COVID all over me.
I'm not even moving.
Don't swing your COVID on me, okay?
I'm sitting right here.
Don't swing your COVID on me.
Okay, sir.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Relax, we're going to deal with it, all right? Thank you.
Sort of thing.
Like him ready for bomb up the place.
Grab your bag, please.
I hope him not leave nothing, you know. That's up. Yeah, make sure he didn't leave anything because he was asking for lighter and emergency exit.
Like him up a plan, me want come set
Yeah, like him have a plan.
And yet again, Ryan Brewer is left stranded in Jamaica. Some have speculated that this was intentional due to him being embarrassed about coming back, but it's a pretty far stretch. Now I want to take a step back from all the flight incidents and take a closer look at Ryan Anthony Brewer as a person. Over the next few months after the flight incidents, a few people discovered his YouTube channel, and upon seeing his videos, you can clearly see that he has clear mental issues. Let me show you what I mean.
Look, my halo. Whoever's watching this, forget about it.
Did you read my letters? As soon as I asked that question, you said, yes, you did. You said, yes, I did. I don't know if it was you or not, though. It was a girl's voice.
I'm a billionaire, and I hear voices. So, I don't really like this camera, and I want to make an introduction first, but I don't really like this camera. Hi, Sam. This is a YouTube channel. I think it's going to be a YouTube channel for my daughter. Because nature says that's the only way I can make it.
In one of his videos uploaded 5 years ago, way before the flight incidents took place, he mentions your mom called me at the mental hospital, which firstly insinuates that the video is directed towards a person, probably someone in his family, and secondly, it lets us know that he's been battling mental issues for quite some time, if not all of his life.
I don't know if you did it or your mom did it, but your mom called me at the mental hospital, so I know that some of the letters got open, and she said that you read the first ones.
Honestly, it's not easy to make out what he's saying, but most of these videos consist of him smoking what appears to be tobacco and talking to the camera about his life, or using the video as a letter to someone he knows. At one point in this video, he compares himself to a character of Game of Thrones.
There's this guy, dude, Samantha, he broke me down and rebuilt me. There's this guy on Game of Thrones show, I don't know if you watch that Game of Thrones, his name's Rekt. And like, seriously, my situation I think it's comparable to that goddamn story. Dude, the guy just he went through hell.
I want to point something out. Ryan has been called out for his subscription list, which contained a bunch of questionable YouTube channels. At first glance, of course, it looks pretty bad, and people weren't holding back to point that out. What's going on with that playlist and those subscriptions, big guy? Why are you subscribed to a bunch of kids' channels? Unfortunately, that alone is enough for some folks to jump to the conclusion that Ryan in the end is just some creepy old guy with malicious intent. But we shouldn't strip ourselves of common sense. It's not that rare for parents or grandparents to let their kids use their Google or YouTube accounts to browse the internet or YouTube. This inherently means that the watch history, any subscription lists, recommendations, etc., can be altered in accordance with what the person in question was watching. Additionally, it's been mentioned by a few people that Ryan has a daughter. Those same comments read, "This is originally his daughter's channel, and his daughter uses it." Odd how people look at his subscriptions but couldn't even click slightly on his About page to see his daughter has control of it. And that would explain the supposedly questionable subscription list. There are a lot of speculations to what happened to him. One video made about him actually stated that he died in his home, but once questioned for evidence or proof, there was no response from the video creator.
When he had felt like he could conquer anything. In the end, Ryan died alone in his house, surrounded by Burger King wrappers and empty bottles. His life had been filled with sadness and disappointment.
Is this true? How did he die? I can't find info on this. Is he actually dead? Since his last upload 4 years ago, there hasn't been much information as to what happened to him. This comment on one of his videos says, he is lost in Jamaica, or probably safe in the US. Therefore, it's not a stretch to say that from everything we've gathered so far, chances are his family brought him back to the USA, or at least US Embassy offered him another flight from Jamaica, and he's leading a humble life with one of his relatives. The incident involving Ryan Brewer aboard the JetBlue flight is deeply disturbing and inexcusable. However, as I've previously mentioned, delving into the underlying factors allows us to gain a broader perspective. In the end, we must address the issues of racism and mental health, striving to create a society that fosters empathy and understanding. By exploring these stories, we can ignite discussions and find constructive solutions to prevent such incidents from happening in the future. Welcome back. Today we're going to delve into an incident that occurred in New York Central Park. This seemingly mundane dispute between two park-goers sparked a significant debate about race, privilege, and power dynamics in the United States. This incident involved Amy Cooper, a white woman walking her dog in the Ramble, a protected wildlife area in Central Park, and Christian Cooper, a black man who was birdwatching in the same area. On this eventful day, Christian asked Amy to leash her dog in accordance with the rules of the Ramble. But what happened next was a shocking display of racial bias that resonated with people around the world.
Would you please stop? Sir, I'm asking you to stop.
Please don't come close to me.
Sir, I'm asking you to stop recording me.
Please don't come close to me.
Please take your phone off.
The first 10 seconds of the clip have already demonstrated a lack of situational awareness on Amy's side, and zero empathy for the dog she's holding by the collar. And what's exactly wrong with pulling out a phone with the intention to record the incident? Why is she asking him to stop? If anything, such Amy's behavior is even more of a reason to keep on recording. If the situation is spiraling out of control, your best bet is to collect proof, is it not? Also, let's take all facts into account. There's a white woman and a black person in a park with no witnesses around. Now, I want to point a few things out. Amy's dog was unleashed in the Ramble, an area where leashing is required for the safety of the wildlife. It's not a dog park, it's a bird-watching park. She allegedly refused Christian's request that her dog be leashed. Christian later explained he regularly encounters dog owners who refuse to leash their dogs in leash-only areas, which is both harmful to birds and disruptive to birders like himself. This led him to carry dog treats to offer to off-leash dogs as a method of tricking owners into leashing their dogs, since he has found that dog owners tend to distrust strangers and will leash their dogs in order to prevent them from taking the treat. When Christian beckoned Amy's dog toward him with a dog treat, Amy yelled, "Don't you touch my dog!" And that's when Christian started recording Amy. It is worth mentioning that Christian methods of dealing with dog owners like that are unconventional. He is in a way a self-appointed Ramble dog police with no actual official position. Therefore, his methods could be considered somewhat weird by some people. So with that in mind, before we continue the clip, after the incident, Christian posted the follow-up post on his Facebook wall, and I think it's important for us to go over it. It will provide some insight into Amy's behavior moving on. Central Park this morning. This woman's dog is tearing through the plantings in the Ramble. Me. Ma'am, dogs in the Ramble have to be on the leash at all times. The sign is right there. Her. The dog runs are closed. He needs his exercise. Me. All you have to do is take him to the other side of the drive outside the Ramble and you can let him run off leash all you want. Her. It's too dangerous. Me. Look, if you're going to do what you want, I'm going to do what I want, but you're not going to like it. Now this is where Christian made a slight mistake. After After hearing these words, it's likely some people would consider it as an actual threat. Amy doesn't know Christian. This is actually probably the first time they've met each other. So looking through Amy's eyes, it's no surprise she'd consider Christian's words as some kind of threat and somewhat explain her aggressive demeanor. The rest of the conversation goes, her, what's that? Me, come here, puppy. Her, he won't come to you. Me, we'll see about that. Then he pulls out some of those treats I've mentioned previously. That's basically when he started recording the incident. So let's continue.
Please don't come close to me.
I'm taking a picture and calling the cops.
Please call the cops. Please call the cops.
I'm going to tell them there's an African-American man threatening my life.
Please tell them whatever you like.
This is crazy. She's clearly overreacting, and the fact that Christian has chosen to record this incident just fuels Amy's aggression even more. Also, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Are we blackmailing each other now? She knew the power in this statement and went in with the full intention of wrongfully incriminating him.
Excuse me?
Also, this is a blatantly false police report. Don't worry, I'm going to comment on how she's treating the dog. But before that, honestly, people who make false police reports like this should be sentenced as if they are guilty of the crime they accuse the innocent party of, especially when it's so clear that Amy had malicious intent by trying to call the police. Amy straight up said, I'm going to tell them that an African-American man is threatening my life. How reckless can you be? And this was intentional as well. Now let's roll back a bit.
Excuse me?
What's genuinely disturbing here is the sheer recklessness towards that poor dog. Who holds a dog by its collar in a way that barely lets them support themselves with their back legs? You'll notice in the video that I'm trying my best to not show how poorly the dog is struggling because it's too painful to watch.
I'm sorry, I'm in the Lambo, and there is a man, African American, who has a bicycle helmet. He is recording me and threatening me and my dog. There is an African American man. I am in Central Park. He is recording me and threatening myself and my dog. And my... I'm sorry, I can't hear you either. I'm being threatened by a man in the Rambo. Please send the cops immediately.
Apparently, Christian is threatening the dog and Amy. But as we see in the clip, in the past 30 seconds, Christian did nothing but breathe while she was progressively accelerating the situation by putting on an act that her life is in danger. We can see that because she's continuously shivering her voice to appear more victimized and raising her voice to imply a cry for help.
I'm in Central Park in the Rambo. I don't know.
Thank you.
The last thank you from Christian as Amy was leashing her dog was honestly all it ever needed to be, but unfortunately that was not the case. Let's now delve deeper into this incident and try to look at it from different angles. The incident is not just about an unleashed dog, it is about the reactions and responses of the individuals involved and the consequences of those reactions. Amy's reaction to Christian's request was antagonistic. He had a reasonable expectation that a rule would be adhered to for the safety of the wildlife. She disregarded this request, indicating a lack of empathy and respect for the rules and for other people's interests. Instead of trying to defuse the situation, Amy's decision to call the police brought an alarming racial element into play. She told the 911 operator, "There is an African-American man. I am in Central Park. He is recording me and threatening myself and my dog." In a society where racial bias is prevalent, such a statement could have resulted in disastrous consequences for Christian. To its core, it basically highlights the power dynamics between people of different races and how they can be manipulated. Christian's action of filming the incident was a good choice. With his phone, he was able to capture the confrontation as it unfolded, providing crucial evidence of what transpired. Of course, Amy's treatment of her dog in the video also received criticism. Some could argue that since it was in the heat of the moment, her focus was not on the welfare of her dog, but rather on escalating the situation. Though it is still difficult to give her a break because the dog had to almost pass out from the lack of oxygen in order for her to finally crouch down to its level. Moving on, the video went viral, gathering millions of views and causing a public outrage. Amy's employer, Franklin Templeton, fired her from her job. This shows how personal actions can have professional consequences, especially in an era where everything can be recorded and posted online for all to see. NPR news article elaborated on the situation. Amy Cooper, the white woman who received widespread backlash in 2020 for calling the police on a black man birdwatching in New York's Central Park, has lost her lawsuit against the employer that fired her following the incident. In May 2021, Cooper filed a suit against her former employer, investment firm Franklin Templeton, where she worked as a portfolio manager. Following our internal review of the incident in Central Park yesterday, we have made the decision to terminate the employee involved, effective immediately. We do not tolerate racism of any kind at Franklin Templeton, the company said. She was fired the day after she called the police on Christian Cooper after he asked her to put her dog on a leash in a part of the park where dogs are required to be leashed. In her lawsuit, Amy Cooper alleges she was fired on the basis of race and sex, and that Franklin Templeton defamed her and caused her emotional distress. U.S. District Judge Ronnie Abrams dismissed Cooper's claims of racial discrimination, reasoning that Franklin Templeton never referenced her race in any of their statements but made condemnations of racism. Christian's sister also played a vital role in bringing the incident to light by posting the video on her Twitter account. This incident could have easily been forgotten or ignored if not for this action. We see here the power of social media, both for good and bad. TV host Trevor Noah's comment about the incident, stating how it shows the different ways white and black Americans perceive police, brings forth another dimension. It shows that racial bias is deeply ingrained in our society and impacts how we interact with each other and with institutions such as the police. This incident also led to changes in legislation, indicating that our society is moving towards holding individuals accountable for their actions. The New York State Assembly proposed a bill to make false reporting against protected groups a hate crime. This law, prompted by the incident, shows that there is a recognition of the power dynamics at play in situations like this and a willingness to address it. In the legal proceedings, we see more about the complexity of the situation. Amy was charged with filing a false police report, a misdemeanor with a maximum penalty of up to 1 year in jail. According to Forbes news article, it was announced that Amy Cooper was charged with a misdemeanor for falsely reporting an incident in the 3rd degree, which is punishable with up to 1 year in jail, and she was also issued a desk appearance ticket, which, if convicted, she was supposed to be given a conditional discharge, community service, or counseling as opposed to jail time. However, the charges were dropped after she completed a 5-session educational and therapeutic program. Christian Cooper's decision not to cooperate with the Manhattan DA's investigation was also notable. According to the New York Times news article, the Manhattan District Attorney's decision to charge a white woman with filing a false police report against a black man in Central Park does not have the support of one key person, the victim himself. The man, Christian Cooper, has not cooperated with the prosecution's investigation. According to Christian, the consequences alone of her being publicly shamed were in his view already too much. On the one hand, she's already paid a steep price, Mr. Cooper said in a statement. That's not enough of a deterrent to others. Bringing her more misery just seems like piling on. Mr. Cooper's decision not to cooperate may present some challenges for prosecutors, but it also reflects a wider debate among people who generally consider themselves allies in the growing movement to call attention to and fight racism, not just in policing, but in society. According to Times news article shortly after the incident, the woman issued an apology. The article reads, "The woman, since identified as Amy Cooper, apologized for making the call in a Monday evening interview with NBC4 New York. I sincerely and humbly apologize to everyone, especially to that man, his family," she said. "It was unacceptable, and I humbly and fully apologize to everyone who's seen that video, everyone that's been offended, everyone who thinks of me in a lower light, and I understand why they do. When I think about the police, I'm such a blessed person. I've come to realize, especially today, that I think of the police as a protection agency, and unfortunately, this has caused me to realize that there are so many people in this country that don't have that luxury," she added. Christian responded in an interview. Here's what he had to say.
I do accept her apology. It's a first step. I think she's got to do some reflection on what happened. You know, up until the moment when she made that statement and made that phone call, it was just a conflict between a birder and a dog walker. And then she took it to a very dark place. And I think she's got to sort of examine why and how that happened. And I want to move it a little bit beyond her, because it's not really about her. It's about the underlying current of racism and racial perceptions that has been going on for centuries.
This shows a great level of compassion and a desire to address the root cause of the issue rather than focusing on individual punishment. As for what happened to Christian Cooper, well, to our pleasant surprise lately, he's been working his own National Geographic show on birdwatching. CNN Entertainment News article reads, "Birdwatcher Christian Cooper was thrust into the spotlight in 2020 when he filmed a racially charged encounter with a white woman in New York Central Park. Next year, he'll be back on television on his own terms to showcase his passion for birdwatching on National Geographic. Cooper will host a series Extraordinary Birder, which National Geographic says will take viewers on a journey through the wild, wonderful, and unpredictable world of birds around the U.S. Cooper, 59, told the New York Times that National Geographic reached out to him about a potential series a year and a half ago. "I was all in," he said. "I love spreading the gospel of birding." A National Geographic spokesperson told CNN the show will premiere in spring of 2023. When CNN reached Cooper by phone, he declined to provide additional details details, but he expressed his excitement in a post last week on Facebook. Birding has exploded in popularity recently, and I'm looking forward to putting a spotlight on these amazing creatures and the extraordinary birders who love them and work to protect them, he wrote. As of now, a quick Google search reveals that the first episode of the 6-episode documentary series was released on March 12th, and so far it has gotten positive reviews. There's also a teaser trailer for whoever is interested.
I'm Christian Cooper, and I am a birder.
I'll be putting up the link here and in the description for you to find. This incident involving Amy and Christian Cooper in Central Park is a microcosm of the larger issues that plague our society. It isn't just about a dispute between a bird watcher and a dog owner. It's about race, power dynamics, systemic bias, and our reactions in tense situations. These issues are not isolated or singular. They are present across different contexts and affect all of us in one way or another. Therefore, it's crucial to remember that our actions and reactions can have far-reaching consequences beyond what we might. Today, we're going to be diving into an intense confrontation that took place between a girl named Emily and a man named James Bennett Carone. The video went viral and resulted in some significant consequences for James. We'll dive deep into the details of the confrontation. I'll share my thoughts on the situation and we'll follow up with the aftermath of the incident. So let's get right into it. So to set the scene, Emily and James crossed paths when James was driving down the beach with a Trump flag on his truck. Emily showed him the middle finger, which led to James getting out of his truck and confronting her. Emily started recording, and the conversation that follows is quite heated, to say the least. In the confrontation, we see James hurling derogatory terms at Emily, threatening her with violence, and even trying to reverse his truck over her. Let's dive into some of the key moments in the video and analyze what was going on.
I said, get the f*** out of here, you're 40.
You're just a kid. If you weren't a kid, you know what? I'm gonna knock that phone out of your hand.
Here we already see James threatening to knock the phone out of Emily's hand. But in analyzing this confrontation, it's essential to examine the actions and behaviors of both James and Emily. Taking a look at Emily's actions, flipping someone off while not the most polite gesture is protected as free speech. And while we don't have a footage of that, it's essential to recognize that such actions can sometimes escalate situations and lead to conflicts. In this case, it incited James's aggressive behavior, as we can see here.
Are you mad? Your daddy didn't win. Are you mad?
Oh, just sit back and relax.
Bye.
Sit back and relax.
I am, sweetheart.
Yeah, yeah.
Bye.
Yeah. I wish you were 18. I'd remove your head.
I'm
Touch
19.
me. Touch me. Touch
no,
me.
Sweetheart.
Touch me.
You're not worth it.
Touch me.
You're not worth it.
Touch me.
You're not worth it, baby.
Touch me.
You're not worth it, baby.
Touch me.
Emily, clearly unfazed, taunts him about his political beliefs, and throughout the video we see James repeatedly daring Emily to touch him, which seems to be his attempt to justify any potential physical confrontation. Emily remains calm and repeatedly tells him he's not worth it.
Touch me. I dare you. I'll remove your head.
Provoking. Look at
You know
that.
what? You're in my face. You're in my face. You better back off.
Yeah, okay.
Look at this little dog.
Oh, I get more pussy than you, mother. I get so much more pussy than you.
You know what? Put your hand on me.
Did I?
Put your hand on me.
Yeah? Have another one. Are you mad?
It seems that Emily has ticked something off inside James's head. Emily never lets James get away calling her names without a comeback of her own. She's also constantly pinpointing all of his insecurities, which ticks James off even more. Despite the verbal abuse, threats of violence, and physical intimidation, which only serve to escalate the situation and potentially harm both parties, Emily maintains composure, shows courage, and witty comebacks. In moments like these, it's crucial to try and maintain your calm and avoid engaging in any physical altercations. It's also a good idea to record the incident, as Emily did, to ensure there's documentation in case the situation escalates further.
Let's see your play real quick.
Yeah?
Yep.
Get behind it. Please, get behind it. Get behind it.
Bye, baby.
You know what you need? You need to be removed from the gene pool because you're too stupid to be alive.
Yeah?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you have no hair, sweetie. Oh, baby.
Touch me. touch me. No.
Considering James was on edge this whole time, his reaction towards no hair remark seems to have hit close to home. Chances are this is something James has been insecure about for quite some time, and while deserved, it furthers the heated confrontation even more, which is dangerous. You never know the other person's true intentions. This could have went south real quick.
Oh! Touch me. Fucking touch me. Touch me. Touch me. Touch me. Come on. Come on, hard ass. Get that phone out of my face. I'm about this close. I'm about this close. I'm about this close.
Truck. How old are you?
Hey, shut up.
You shut up.
Shut up.
Who's out here out of this truck? Bye, baby. Bye, baby.
You know, you are too small. You are
I'm
junk.
too small?
Yeah, you are
Go
junk.
back to your country.
You are junk. I am. You are idiot. Make me picture.
Yep.
It's a video, sweetheart.
Yeah.
I don't care.
You know what she
You
is?
got out of your truck, bitch.
You know
Get back in there. How old are you?
She's scum.
How old are
scum
you?
Is what she is.
How old are Oh, you got a hearing aid
Scum.
too? Oh, dude, hearing.
Put your hand up.
You want to keep touching me?
Put your hand on me.
Call the cops.
I'm gonna knock your
Have
head off.
another drink.
Oh, she
Have another drink.
She needs to
Have
go
another
swimming.
drink, bitch.
They don't have a clue.
Have another drink, bitch.
The bystander who attempted to defuse the situation played an important role in preventing the conflict from becoming even more volatile. In similar circumstances, bystanders can help by remaining calm, offering support to the person being targeted, and trying to de-escalate the confrontation.
Get the back in your truck. Get the back in your truck.
You know what?
I'm calling the cops.
Okay.
This little cunt.
Do it. What did I do? I have 3 minutes and 6
When you flip
seconds
somebody
to do.
off, it's assault.
Oh, really? That's
Yes, it
assault?
is.
Oh, okay, sweetheart.
This
Okay.
is future of United States.
Yes, sweetheart. You can leave.
Yeah.
You can leave.
You know.
You can leave.
You are a junk.
You can
You are
leave,
a,
baby.
You are.
Look at her.
You can leave, baby.
She's a lesbian that's got no respect. Look at her. It's a guy. It's a guy. She should have had balls between her
Oh,
legs.
yeah, sweetheart. I got more balls than you, pussy.
I need you to come up to the Dunedin Causeway. I've just been verbally assaulted.
Verbally assaulted. Tell me you have a Trump flag. Tell him the whole story. Dude, this mother calling the...
After this went down, Emily posted the recording on Twitter and YouTube, where it quickly gained millions of views, and the video has been continuously shared over the internet. In the description of the recording, she explained what led to the confrontation and shared her perspective on the events that transpired, saying, "All because I flipped him off. What would you do? He spit on me, reversed like he was going to hit me with his car door, etc. All because of my middle finger to his Trump flags." In one comment, she wrote as a reply to another comment, "This is the full video. I flipped him off, and when he got out of his truck, I started recording. Then at the end of the video, there was no more confrontation until Pinellas County showed up, where they talked to him first and let him leave without even talking to me. This leads us to believe that justice was not served for James, but that's not the case, as you'll see in a moment." Emily also updated her followers on the response from the police, who initially did not allow her to press charges due to lack of evidence of spitting, saying, "So the North Pinellas County Sheriff's Office would not let me press charges when I went there. They said the officer that came and reviewed the video said he couldn't prove the man spit on me. I'm having that officer call me to talk about all the other laws he broke. If they don't end up taking the case, I will gladly go to civil court." She mentioned that she would follow up with the officer and possibly pursue the case in civil court, but after doing lots of digging, chances are that was the end of it. As the video gained more attention, people voiced their support for Emily and condemned James's behavior. As in the Reddit and YouTube comment sections of the confrontation video, we can see comments such as, "Calling him bald really hit him deep. Florida man assumes woman is a child and repeatedly asks her to touch him," which sounds extremely wrong but technically is true. "She not only verbally assaulted him, she verbally murdered him. Thank you for your service, Emily." And flipping someone off isn't actually assault, but spitting on someone and trying to run them over with a truck is. Now regarding James, it turns out that he was employed at Energy Systems Group at the time, and as a result of the video, he was fired from his job. The company issued a statement on its Facebook page. "Energy Systems Group is highly committed to our core values, including respect, and values diversity and inclusion within our workforce and across the communities we serve. Whether it is on company or personal time, as was the case with this video, we will not tolerate such egregious behavior by our team members. The individual in the video is no longer an employee of ESG. We apologize to our customers, stakeholders, and all others who were angered and offended by this disturbing incident. This incident serves as a reminder to be mindful of our actions and the consequences they may bring. In today's digital age, a single recorded confrontation can have lasting effects on personal and professional lives. It's safe to say, justice was served. Today we delve into another rather well-known matter surfacing on the internet. Have you seen this face before? This is Jeanne E. Moore, New York City's most beloved Karen we all know and love. As always, I did my due diligence researching this woman and her interactions with the public in order to shed light on such behavior as it impacts people in their daily lives. Be warned, after this video, you're going to pass skateboarding as a hobby. As I've already mentioned, our subject today is an anesthesiologist named Jeanne E. Moore, originally from Minnesota, who moved to New York City. Now, while doctors are typically revered for their dedication and service, Moore seems to be attracting attention for all the wrong reasons. So here's the deal. A couple of videos have been popping up online where Moore is seen harassing skateboarders in New York City. Yes, you heard that right. An anesthesiologist, someone who should be saving lives, is instead making it her mission to ruin the fun of skaters, going as far as physically touching them, which underlines clear harassment.
Oh my lord, this is nuts. Karen is wild. Look at her go. Oh, that's assault, Karen.
That's assault right there. That's assault.
Greetings. So,
nothing else to do with your day?
Can I ask what it is to you? Like, why do you feel like it's important to infringe on their rights, Karen? This is nuts. This is, man.
Now there's a lot to unpack here. Her behavior is not just an annoyance, it's an invasion of their space and their rights. Everyone deserves the right to use public spaces without fear of harassment or unwarranted confrontation.
Karen is really out here wildin'. Karen is wildin'. Woo! This is hilarious, is what it is.
This is what people are up to these days. Literally, there's nothing better to do.
Yeah, so I don't understand why you're here though. Can you just voice your concern and we can talk about it like logical human beings?
I didn't even say anything to her. I just said mind our business and that was it.
So are you afraid of the COVID? Is that what it is? Or you just don't want them skating in your neighborhood? Are we bringing property value down? What's this?
Oh!
A silent Karen in the wild. She stalks her prey.
The skateboarders are pretty calm in this case, but it's only a matter of time until she messes with someone who's not playing around and is actually going to do something violent. All fun and games until she catches a skateboard to her face. At the end, she looks satisfied but doesn't realize he lost his board because he was trying to avoid hurting her. She feels triumphant for overcoming basic human empathy and decency. Moving on to another more distressing incident that occurred. This video recording features Moore behaving in a racially offensive manner, using anti-Asian slurs, and shockingly, attempting to lure an unleashed dog onto the street. Now, while we can all agree that dogs should be leashed for their safety and the safety of others, using this as a guise to instigate a potentially life-threatening situation for the dog, well, that's not just harmful, it's downright malicious.
Y'all got a leash yet? Have you never heard of a leash in the city? Really? Really? Okay, we'll wait for the police to clear it up.
Yeah, go call them. Karen, please, Karen, call them. Karen, get your phone now and call the police.
I'm just waiting for him to come by.
And which country should I go back to, Karen? Huh? Say it. Now, cat got your tongue?
Cat got my tongue?
Oh, yeah?
Really?
Yeah.
Edit it out. Go ahead, edit.
Edit what out?
Come on, puppy!
Hold on, no,
Come
stay.
on! Come on! You know, that's incredible. I'm just passing by, and you're actually trying to instigate the dog to go into the middle of a highway? What kind of problem do you have, lady? Like, seriously, put it out there. Put it out there that you can walk around without your dog on a leash. You know what? Put it out there that you can insult someone of Asian descent, and then also try and instigate a dog to go in the middle of the street because you're on principle for whatever reason. Why don't you go back where you came from? You know? Who are you? Leave these people alone. They don't want to go down and find the police at the station. It's right there. You're wasting tax dollars and police time. I mean, you don't put a leash in your country?
Oh yeah, which country is that? Bola, come here. Bola, come, Bola. Bola. Come here.
Great. You're lovely. Come on, puppy. Come.
What happened? Karen, what happened, Karen?
Moore's actions towards the unleashed dog and its owners are reprehensible and potentially dangerous. This isn't about leash laws. It's about racial bias and weaponizing concern for a pet to mask her racist intent.
Karen, over here. We're over here. Over here, Karen. Yeah. Over here. You just did. Have them come over. Have them come over here. Have them come over here, Karen. I'm right here. Have them come over here. Have them come over here. You're harassing them now.
You are going to make the police get out of the car. You are. Put it on all over the web, baby. Put it all over the web. Such wonderful people.
Karen, white entitlement was 2020.
Wonderful
all right.
Yep. Go, baby. Go. You won't talk to the police.
Why do I need to talk to them? Tell them, ask us to talk to them. Ask them to talk to us.
Too afraid to go.
Ask them to talk to us. Why do we need to? You have the issue, not us. File a complaint.
This video shows Moore criticizing a woman for having an unleashed dog on the grass. She also insults her by saying that she can't read English. This incident reportedly occurred at a park in Battery Park City, a predominantly residential neighborhood of upscale apartments. It was 6:30 a.m. and there were still a few people in the area. Let's have a watch.
Don't yell at me.
I will yell at you.
Keep walking.
Are you crazy? There's no dog on the grass.
Oh my gosh.
Keep filming. We can be here all day.
You're overreacting, Karen.
My dog is not on a leash. And, oh, you can't read English, apparently. Let's go read
Why?
Because
I'm Asian? Are you racist? Are you racist? Are you racist?
Oh, apparently you don't have to do anything that Americans have to do. Okay, so you can't read.
Why don't you go yell at other people that have dogs on the grass?
I can't understand a word you say. You're not speaking English? Because apparently you don't know that you have to have a leash on your dog.
But wait, there's more. In another video recording, Moore was caught displaying her racism yet again. This Asian man was simply showing his friends around Chinatown when they stumbled upon Moore, harassing two black teens who were skateboarding. Her response to his intervention was to resort to racial slurs. The racist slurs Moore uses are deplorable and perpetuate discrimination. It's quite appalling to see someone with such a blatant disregard for basic respect and human decency.
Do you live here? I live here. I grew up here. My dad grew up here.
Oh my God! You're so great.
Great, yeah.
You're so
Stop
awesome.
bothering people. Get a life.
Oh, get a life yourself, you moron.
What are you doing? Bothering them?
Like your checks here, receiving home.
I'm not even doing that.
Oh God. I'm scared.
You guys good? Get out of here. Stay from here. This is not from this neighborhood. Get the out of here.
Oh my goodness, I'm scared. Oh, we're going. We're going the same way.
Are you still going to?
Yeah.
But guess what? The saga doesn't end here. In another video post titled, "Woman in Downtown New York City Harassing Us on Our Dog Walk," then goes to police telling them we need to go back to our third world countries. Moore is seen dishing out more racial slurs, asserting that they don't belong in America.
Hey, officers. I need your assistance. I told this guy to go back to his third world country because he's smoking in this park, and smoking is illegal
in any city park, and it's also illegal.
After she started following us.
And
So that Unluggy can smoke in there.
We live here. As soon as she said dogs weren't allowed, we were on our way out.
No,
She started following us. She started following us. Not within 6 feet.
Back up.
Please. Don't. Your mask is not over your nose. I don't know who you are.
Listen, I live right here, alright? We're on our way going home. This he started following us, alright? Relax. You heard the first thing she said when we came down here too, right?
Yeah,
very inappropriate.
Do you understand what's going on right now in the world?
Yeah, I
How
understand what's going on.
ridiculous this is?
Listen, so you guys were up there, you were smoking, you put it out, right?
Yeah, put it out.
So,
And guess what? I started smoking after because she wouldn't leave us alone. I said, I'm
She
going to
kept
sit here,
following us?
walk away. I'm going to wait right here, walk away.
There's any signage up there that says she can't smoke.
I don't, it doesn't even matter,
She
alright?
came from the door all the way up there when we entered the other side. Yelled at us about the dog. We said, okay, come this way to leave. She just starts following us. Yelling profanities at us.
Right.
Because what?
As soon as she
Because
said that
I'm
bullshit about
Chinese.
third world country,
Because
alright,
he's
that's when I
Korean.
said, alright, I'm not taking anything.
That's ridiculous.
Alright?
You shouldn't. Nobody has the right to harass you and say those things. And I apologize that happened.
Let's read some of the comments on the internet regarding the lady. Feel like we've seen this Karen before. Maybe I'm too New York for this because I would have just kept on going about my day. F this lady. Since her name and doctor's license is out there, is there any way we can report her to the state medical board or something? I don't understand what she gains by doing this sort of thing. She doesn't think people in New York are going to push back, or is that what she wants? The confrontation and attention. Dude is kinder than a lot of other folks, and she's lucky for that. There's more than a few folks who would have likely sent her in for an emergency dental appointment the moment she tried to actually trip them off of their board. These incidents collectively paint a disturbing picture of a woman who appears to be using her privilege and perceived authority to harass and discriminate against others, abusing public spaces, and contributing to an atmosphere of intolerance and hatred. Unfortunately, she hasn't been arrested for her actions and is still supposedly roaming the streets of New York, but a quick Google search of her name suggests that she's probably having a hard time maintaining her medical license. So what's the takeaway from all of this? It's a reminder that we need to hold people accountable for their actions, no matter who they are. We need to continue to call out and confront racism and harassment whenever and wherever we see it. It's also a call to educate ourselves and others about appropriate behavior, empathy, and respect for everyone's rights. Remember, it's not just about avoiding being the next Jeanne Moore. It's about being the person who stands up against her. Most of us have already seen this clip, but have you ever wondered what happened afterward? Let me break the whole situation down so you can better understand what went down on that day and the consequences it led. For those who don't know, this confrontation involves a man named James and a couple named Lisa and Robert. What started as a simple act of stenciling Black Lives Matter on James's own wall ended up in a heated exchange between James and the couple who questioned his right to do so. We'll dive deep into the details of the confrontation. I'll share my thoughts on the situation, and we'll follow up with the aftermath of the incident. So, let's get right into it.
Is this your property? Hi, I'm asking you if this is your property.
Why are you asking?
Because it's private property. Because it's private property, sir.
So in the video clip, James was stenciling Black Lives Matter on his front retaining wall. Lisa and Robert, a couple walking by, approach him and begin questioning whether the property is his.
Are you defacing private property, or is this your building? You're free to express your opinion, but not on people's property.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Just respectfully.
Sure.
So we're just saying.
They seem to be genuinely concerned about whether James is defacing someone else's property. However, the way they handle the situation is less than ideal.
Absolutely, your signs and everything, and that's good. This is not the way to do it.
Okay.
It's private property.
But if I did live here and it was my property, this would be absolutely fine. And you don't know if I live here or if this is my property.
We actually do know. That's why we're asking.
Oh, really? Because you live here, right? You said so.
Because we know the person who does live here.
Oh, okay.
So
Then
that's all
I
we
suggest
wanted
you
to
call
ask.
him
I'm not
or
disagreeing with
call
you.
the police. Or
Why do you wanna call the police?
because you're accusing me of a crime, correct?
What I'm asking you is why are you...
The couple continues to question James, seemingly unable to grasp the idea that he might actually own the property. James stands his ground, suggesting they either call the owner, call the police, or leave him alone. The couple, now identified as Lisa Alexander and Robert Larkins, reluctantly agrees to call the police.
I'm not answering you.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
So your choices are to call the cops if you believe I'm calling a crime, and I will more than be happy to talk to him.
Okay, thank you.
What's your name again?
I'm Lisa.
Lisa, what's your last name?
What is your name?
What's your name? I asked first, Lisa. What's your name, sir? What's your last name, sir?
What is your first name, sir?
I'm not answering. I'm not talking to you. You're talking to me. I'm asking you the questions.
Well, we're not doing anything illegal.
Neither am I.
Yes, you are actually.
Really? Oh, okay. Well, then call the cops.
We will do.
Lisa and Robert.
Yeah.
I'll be right here.
Okay, thank you so
Bye. And that, people, is why Black Lives Matter. That's Karen, and she's calling the cops. And this is going to be really funny. Because she knows the people who live here. Personally.
Now, before we go any further, let's take a moment to discuss some key points in this confrontation. First, while it's understandable that Lisa and Robert may have been concerned about potential property defacement, their approach to the situation was intrusive and disrespectful. They could have simply asked James what he was doing and engaged in a respectful conversation, rather than making accusations and demanding answers. Moreover, they failed to consider that James might indeed own the property, highlighting a problematic assumption on their part. Following this incident, James posted a tweet on Twitter about Lisa and Robert calling the police on him, which quickly went viral with millions of views. A white couple called the police on me, a person of color, for stenciling a #BLM chalk message on my own front retaining wall. Karen lies and says she knows that I don't live in my own house because she knows the person who lives here. The police, upon arriving, recognized James as a resident of the property and left without even getting out of their car. In the days that followed, both Lisa and Robert faced consequences for their actions. Lisa, a skincare CEO, issued an apology to James that reads, "I want to apologize directly to Mr. Juanillo. There are not enough words to describe how truly sorry I am for being disrespectful to him last Tuesday when I made the decision to question him about what he was doing in front of his home. I should have minded my own business. The last 48 hours has taught me that my actions were those of someone who is not aware of the damage caused by being ignorant and naive to racial inequalities. When I watched the video, I am shocked and sad that I behaved the way I did. It was disrespectful to Mr. Juanillo, and I'm deeply sorry for that. I did not realize at the time that my actions were racist and have learned a painful lesson. I am taking a hard look at the meaning behind white privilege and am committed to growing from this experience. I would love to have coffee with Mr. Juanillo in our neighborhood so I can apologize in person and share a dialogue where I can continue to learn and grow and be a better person." Meanwhile, Robert, an employee of financial firm Raymond James, was fired due to the incident. The firm stated that his actions, along with Lisa's, were inconsistent with their values and that they have a zero-tolerance policy for racism or discrimination of any kind. Lisa's skincare brand, Louisiana Face, also took a hit, as Birchbox, a former distributor of the brand, announced that they had cut ties with the company and would not work with it again in the future. Overall, the consequences for Lisa and Robert were swift and severe. So what can we learn from this confrontation? First, it's important to approach situations like these with respect and open-mindedness. Lisa and Robert's accusatory tone and inability to consider James's perspective only escalated the situation. Had they engaged in a polite conversation, the entire confrontation could have been avoided. Second, it's crucial to recognize the impact of our actions and assumptions. Lisa and Robert's behavior was rooted in ignorance and a lack of understanding of the racial inequalities that exist in our society. Their actions, whether intentional or not, perpetuated harmful stereotypes and ultimately led to a confrontation that should never have happened in the first place. Lastly, this incident serves as a reminder to be mindful of our actions and the consequences they may bring. In today's digital age, a single recorded confrontation can have lasting effects on personal and professional lives. As seen with Lisa and Robert, their actions led to public backlash, lost business opportunities, and even job loss. While it's unfortunate that the incident escalated to the point that it did, it serves as a valuable lesson for all of us on the importance of minding our own business and treating others with respect. Let me introduce you to a very nice lady who's just trying to help.
I'm trying to help you, mother.
A lot of us have already had the pleasure of witnessing this clip that's been roaming social media. As some have already pointed out, it's like heaven and hell are taking turns controlling this lady. Alright, let me set the scene for you. This video, recorded by David Distelrath, shows a woman harassing him at a self-checkout in a Meijer store. But this isn't just any confrontation. It's a bizarre mix of obscenities, religious fervor, and just downright craziness. Employees attempt to calm her down, but to no avail. It's also important to mention that before the video recording, she was just randomly walking around harassing people in the store. We'll discuss what the confrontation was about, how it could have been handled better, and the aftermath of the whole situation. So let's dive in.
Be charity, motherfucker. I'm just trying to help you.
I'm sorry, but I don't need your help.
Yes, you do, motherfucker. You do need my help, sir. Can't you see that, you son of a...
Could you please just let me check out my groceries?
F*** you, I'm trying to help you, motherfucker.
Wow,
This is...
You got to ask Jesus Christ.
I
We're all
don't have
sinners.
to do anything.
We're all sinners.
Okay.
He's not going to force you to do it.
You're sinning right now.
No, I'm not, mother. You f***ing accuser. Get the f*** out of here, you f***ing accuser. You mother f***ing accuser. Get the f*** out of here.
The recording starts with the lady hurling obscenities at David while claiming that she's trying to help him in the name of Jesus. David, understandably confused and frustrated, simply wants to check out his groceries and go home. The lady continues her tirade, and David points out that she's sinning right now, which sets her off even more. At this point, it's clear that this situation is escalating and it's not going to end well. This behavior is not only inappropriate but also completely counterproductive to any message she's trying to convey.
Wow. You mother f***ing accuser. Accuser of the f***ing brethren, you mother f***er.
Excuse me.
Yes, ma'am.
Can I ask you what's going on?
I'm pissed because you won't repent.
I just want to get some groceries and go home.
Because his religious views don't match yours, you're mad at
I don't give a f*** because it's going to burn in hell. Okay. And you are too. If you don't have Jesus Christ as your Savior, you're going to be down there with them, screaming in holy terror, fire and brimstone. Do you get it?
Yeah, totally understand. But I can't have you yelling and spewing profanities at other people that are in the store.
As the situation continues, two Meijer employees step in and try to defuse the situation. They try to calm the woman down and reason with her, but it quickly becomes clear that she's not interested in listening. Karens by nature refused to back down, so she continued hurling even more obscenities and accusing the employees of various wrongdoings. The employees did their best, but unfortunately the lady refused to cooperate. In situations like these, it's crucial to stay composed and not let emotions get the best of you.
I've been in my position. Get away from me. You're in my personal space.
You're in my personal space.
Get out of my personal space. You came over to me, mother. I didn't come over to you.
Move yourself.
You.
Ma'am.
Shut the up. You all better repent.
From her behavior and the way she continues to escalate the situation, it's evident that she has some severe issues. Some people in the comments have speculated that she might have schizophrenia or was experiencing a manic episode. While we can't diagnose her, it's clear that something is very wrong here. David, on the other hand, remains relatively calm and collected throughout the ordeal. He's clearly trying to defuse the situation and just get on with his day.
Because the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Shut the up. Shut your mouth. If you don't have Jesus Christ in your heart, I feel sorry for you. F you, I never brushed my teeth. Don't you know that? Don't you know that by now? You. Shut the gnat. Get the away from me. You gnat. Get the out of here, I told you. I don't give a shit. You're gonna I don't give a shit. You can lock me up in a prison, life without parole, and I'll be better off than any one of you mother. Shut the up.
Eventually, the police arrive and handcuff the lady as people in the store clap. While it's unfortunate that it had to come to this, it's clear that the situation had reached a boiling point and law enforcement needed to step in.
I got like 5 minutes of this.
Especially with the other end too, doing the same thing.
Really?
Yeah.
After David released the video, it amassed 3 million views, and another video recorded by the victim surfaced on the internet, showing the same woman going on a racist anti-Muslim tirade against two brothers in the same store on the same day. The tweet says, "This white lady went on a racist anti-Muslim tirade against my brother and me at Meijer's. Followed us throughout the store. It is 2 a.m. and we just went to get cereal. Shout out to these people who saw this, stood up to this, and called the cops. This is how you use your white privilege."
Could you imagine a man and a woman who are married? Can the man...
He's trying to, but she's harassing him.
The guy murders himself. He gets 72 virgins. What does she get out of it? 72 dicks in her mouth? Is that what she gets? Because you get 72 virgins if you're a martyr. Does Jesus use true or not? Does Jesus use that true or not? Does the Quran say that you're going to get 72 virgins if you marry yourself? And you're going to murder you get out of my face. Get the
out of here. Don't spit.
I'm getting harassed by this woman because I am a Muslim and I Prophet Muhammad. She's saying that I don't believe in this. She doesn't even know what she's talking about.
Stop harassing. No, you get out of my face.
You realize you're following?
That's my man.
You get out of my face. Get the away from me.
As I've previously mentioned, some speculated that the lady was experiencing an episode. However, one of the victims of her harassment, one of the Muslim brothers from another video, made an important point. Mental illness does not make someone a racist or hateful person. Racism and hate are learned behaviors, not symptoms of mental illness. So while it's essential to acknowledge that she may have mental health issues, it's also crucial to recognize that her actions are still inexcusable and harmful. She followed them, harassed them, and was eventually escorted out in handcuffs. It's rumored that the Meijer managers declined to press charges.
Wife, you better get a clue, motherfucker!
I just got harassed by and you think you're going to heaven.
Now, unfortunately, this wasn't the first time our beloved Karen has been harassing the members of the public. A few years ago, there was a garbage truck incident posted on YouTube showcasing a garbage dispute between a truck driver and a lady. It was quite a popular video, amassing over 300,000 viewers under its belt. But only years later was it discovered that the lady harassing the driver in the video is the same woman recorded by David in Meijer. That means that she's been going at it for a while. The video recording is over 5 minutes, but I've cut it down ever so slightly to only leave in the most interesting parts. She had scheduled for 4 garage bags to be picked up by a garbage truck. When the truck arrived, they grabbed the 4 bags and left the rest, which was not in the bags. It is my deduction that she saw he had left garbage items and tried to chase down the garbage truck in her car, stopping in front of him and causing him to almost hit her. She proceeded to yell at the garbage man, asking him for his driver's license and getting progressively belligerent to the point where she began doing the chicken dance in the road, rolled in the grass, and began pointing and talking to the sky and referring to Jesus Christ, as well as talking to other people that were not there.
So deep, I can't even help you now. What's your driver's license number?
I don't have to give that to you.
Let me see your driver's license.
You're not a police officer.
You just hit my vehicle.
Ma'am.
Give me your driver's license.
You pulled right out in front of me.
Yeah, and when someone pulls in front of you because there's an emergency, you slow your rear end down and you stop.
Okay, these
Have
are
you
not
ever had someone have an emergency?
These are not
and
cars.
pull in front of you?
These are not cars. They don't stop on a dime.
It doesn't matter. You have to be far enough behind.
You know what? I'm going to tell you the whole
You
incident.
should have picked up my trash, big boy.
I picked up your trash.
No, you didn't. You want to go see what you left?
I left the carpeting and the
You were
bag.
supposed to pick up everything.
No, 4 bags.
Yeah.
What you're serving
Oh,
for.
you are in so much
And
deep
last
crap.
week I
Well, you
picked
wait
up
till
more
your
than
boss
you, too.
tells you what you
He's
got to
on
pick
his
up.
way here, too,
You
man.
think you get to decide what you pick up and what
No,
you don't?
it's what you ordered.
You little twerp.
It's what you ordered.
You little twerp. I know what I ordered.
Okay.
And you're going to pay.
Okay.
Yeah, baby. You like your job? You like it?
Yep, I do.
Yeah, well, good luck, because you ain't going to have it. Pass today, baby. You could have really hurt me. You know that? You're in this big vehicle, and you come slamming into my rear end? You could have killed me, man. You are in some big doo-doo, baby. And are you in trouble?
I'm not, because it's all on video.
Thank God. Thank you, Jesus Christ, for video. Yeah! Someone has an emergency and they pull in front of you, you slow down and you stop, boy.
I tried to slow down.
You didn't try hard enough, baby.
These don't
because
stop
you
on a
slammed
dime.
into the back of me.
These don't stop on
Well,
a dime,
you should
man.
know that. You should have picked
You
up my
didn't give me
trash.
time. You didn't give me time.
You should have done your job, baby.
I picked
but
up
you
all
didn't,
your
and
trash.
after today, you ain't gonna have it.
I picked up all your trash.
Yeah, we'll
Is it
see.
really worth?
We'll
Is
see.
trash
Oh,
really
it's
worth
worth
it?
every penny, baby, because I've been working with you, with your rear end for weeks.
Is it worth getting in an
I told
accident?
you what you were supposed to do. A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Oh.
Da, 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 da. You blew it, baby. You should have picked up my trash. That's all you had to do was follow instructions.
I picked
but
up your
you couldn't
trash.
handle it.
I picked up your
You
trash.
left some padding and you left some cat litter. And you know what? Now you're going to pay, baby. Let me say this to the universe. And you go to a customer's garbage cans and they got 5 bags, then you charge them for 1 extra. But you got enough common sense to pick the up. This guy ain't got no common sense. I gotta wait. This guy's a, how shall I put it? A pussy?
If you thought this was it, you're severely mistaken. Here in this video, recorded by Darius Gerard at McDonald's, is demanding to get food after seemingly a yelling altercation with another customer. The McDonald's staff refuses to serve her, and she continues screaming.
Hey, walk her down, because I'm about to... Walk her down. Walk her down! Get the f*** out of here. Hold 1 second. I want to get my order. No, you're not going to.
Was it left?
I told you.
I want my order. I want 2 egg McMuffins and 2 hash browns.
It is unknown if the police were called for this incident, but it's not a stretch to assume that she's been arrested more than once after such public freakouts and outbursts. After doing some digging, we discovered that throughout the years she's been spotted harassing people constantly. Some of the comments regarding this lady read, "She's in another one that I can't seem to find for the life of me," also harassing some poor teenager. Here's another recorded sighting of this woman. Unfortunately, the video is lost for this one. This lady spit at me, my wife, and my child in the parking lot of the same New Haven Meijer. Feels good to see her getting up. Really nice listen for sure. Inspiring speech. Thanks to her, I've found my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Clinical social worker here. This woman appears to be suffering from EPS, extrapyramidal symptoms, specifically akathisia, or the constant desire to move. There also appears to be involuntary tongue movements, which are very common of EPS. EPS are caused by long-term use of antipsychotic medication, but can also happen when an antipsychotic medication is changed or increased. Such as to say she's likely attempting to manage a psychotic disorder of some kind. It's been confirmed that she ended up in the ER a few hours ago after a weekend of arrests throughout the area. She obviously needed help, and I'm glad it sounds like she's getting it. Anyhow, that's the story of our Meijer Karen. I hope this video enlightened you about the situation. Let me know if you have any other Karen confrontation suggestions you want covered. Today, we present you a troubling case from Riverside, California that has sparked significant controversy, debate, and soul-searching in the community and beyond. This incident underlines the necessity of respect, empathy, and understanding, particularly in the multicultural fabric that forms American society. Our story centers around Candice Reed, a mathematics teacher from John Wesley North High School, who found herself in the eye of a storm, facing serious allegations of racism and cultural insensitivity. Reed's actions, caught on video by one of her Native American students, showed her wearing a fake Native American headdress, performing mock tribal dance, stomping around the classroom, and chanting loudly. So let's just get into it.
I don't know. Tomahawks? Is that right? What that is? Okay.
So got to what? 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 So my toe? No, no. So got to what? So got to what? So got to what? So got to what?
So what she's shouting here is a mnemonic device to remember how to properly set up equations utilizing the trigonometric functions in order to solve for unknowns within a right triangle. The problem here is that she's trying to associate the acronym with native language and culture, when in reality it's not even related to Native American history. She acted like this because she thought it sounded Native American and assumed it was okay for her to do that, but all she did was mock the Native American culture instead. It's inappropriate for the classroom and can offend many students even if the teacher was initially well-intentioned. Also, apparently she was doing this for years, but I'll get into it a bit later.
And eventually, I get to go home, and I get all of my feathers. There we go. So fast, 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 so fast,
I don't understand if this is the act teachers nowadays have to put up to receive attention from their students, but at first glance this behavior is extremely over the top. Why does she feel the need to scream and run around? Also, aren't there any classrooms besides this one? Because honestly, other teachers must be tired of her shenanigans as well. Good thing that one of the students, feeling uncomfortable and violated, decided to record the spectacle. Because when the footage was shared on social media, it didn't take long before it went viral.
oh man! I just hurt my toe. My toe. My toe.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but it's been over a minute and it's already getting really difficult to watch. After the video was released, a few have already speculated that this behavior must have been a reoccurring theme. You just know this isn't the first time she's done something like this, and they were right. The reaction to Reed's performance didn't just stem from a single act, but from a decade-long pattern. This tweet reads, John W. North High School shared this from a 2012 yearbook. This teacher, Candice Reed, has been doing this for a while now. Clearly, the school was fully aware of what she's been doing and fully approved of this mockery. This is 2021 and we will find the truth to your lies. The message on the yearbook says, dancing from one end of the room to the other, math teacher Candice Reed wears an Indian headdress to emphasize geometry basics. I find that if I tell them a story using math along the way, it's like a memory device. It just may stick with them forever. Now, I'm not sure why all the fake crying is necessary, but she's definitely putting up a performance.
Water goddess, again, I ask you, please tell me the secret Indian chant. Please. And then I hear. Because obviously this is ridiculous.
She's not wrong there. Obviously, this is ridiculous is a fair summary of whatever just happened here, actually. But if we run it back, in the last few lines, she was quote-unquote praying to a Native American deity she probably knows nothing about, and then afterwards said that the practice is ridiculous. This is extremely insensitive to the Native American culture. While some may argue that Reed's intentions were benign, to create a memorable learning experience, the ensuing backlash and outcry from the community painted a different picture. Reed's actions were seen as a gross mockery and misrepresentation of indigenous culture. After all, the practice of playing Indian has long been a source of pain for indigenous people, a reminder of historical disrespect and systemic racism. Online platforms became flooded with comments condemning Reed's actions, highlighting the broader issue of cultural insensitivity in the education system. As the video spread across social media, it ignited a wave of anger, demands for justice, and protests, both within the Riverside community and from the Native American population.
After video shows a teacher wearing a headdress while stereotyping Native Americans during class.
Come out and join us. We are here for you. Native American protesters lined the sidewalk outside John C. North High School in Riverside.
Totally disgusting. Had no place in a school classroom. Actually has no place anywhere.
Local legislators are also publicly condemning the teacher's behavior, as well as some North High students.
She was making fun of their religious beliefs and their ceremonial traditions and stuff. And I also thought it was really offensive.
The Riverside Unified School District quickly responded. A recording of one of our teachers has been widely circulated on social media. These behaviors are completely unacceptable and an offensive depiction of the vast and expansive Native American cultures and practices. Her actions do not represent the values of our district. The teacher has been placed on leave while the district conducts an investigation. The Riverside Unified School District values diversity, equity, and inclusion and does not condone behavior against these values. We are deeply committed to implementing inclusive practices practices and policies that honor the rich diversity of our district and the greater region. We will be working with our students, families, staff, and community to regain your trust. The community's response to the incident was powerful. Indigenous people across the globe were able to relate to this type of cultural offense. The united front formed by activists, community members, historians, and Indigenous people served as a testament to what can be achieved through collective advocacy. Their dedication and perseverance led to real action being taken against Reed. But more importantly, it sparked a broader conversation about cultural sensitivity in education.
Now they asked us twice to move to the sidewalk, but we're not going anywhere. We're going to stay right here.
Protesters outside Riverside Unified School District headquarters demanding the immediate firing of a math teacher captured on video doing this.
I see a lot of conversation about this is a mistake, this was not intentional, and yet she twisted the words to suck a toe and then suck my toe. That tells me that was a conscious decision to disrespect the culture.
Reaction from leaders after meeting with district officials asking the teacher be fired within a week at the latest.
But they have not fired the teacher.
Cut the check for the Indigenous.
As much as we asked for it, we even said, well, isn't this considered a hate crime?
Yes. Unfortunately, to a great surprise, Candice Reed had been enjoying paid leave for half a year since that incident. Let that sink in. It has taken 6 months to address this issue, even though several California Assembly members from the region held a special board meeting about the issue and its effects on the community. Reed's prolonged paid leave may seem shocking, but in California, it's notably tough to dismiss a teacher, even those being probed for serious allegations. To complicate things even further, the school district had been turning a blind eye to Reed's previous offensive behavior, allowing her culturally insensitive lessons to continue unchecked for years. The district's inaction may have a significant bearing on its accountability for Reed's behavior. She was fired in the end. As the Viewpoint's news article reads, Riverside Unified School District has fired John W. North High School teacher Candice Reed after a 4-1 vote by the Board of Education on February 3rd. This incident serves as a wake-up call to all educational institutions. It underscores the urgent need to reevaluate teaching practices, ensuring that they respect and recognize the diversity of cultures among students. While it's true that innovative and engaging methods can aid teaching, educators must tread carefully, respecting the boundaries of cultural sensitivity and appropriateness. The story of Candice Reed is not just a story of a teacher who made a mistake. It's a story of a community that took a stand, of a system that was forced to confront its shortcomings, and of a nation that was reminded of the importance of cultural sensitivity in education. If you've seen this face before, you know how crazy things escalated in the video, and if you haven't, well, let me shed some light on this incident as well as what happened afterward. This time, our focus is on a particular incident involving a rapper named Moolah, and an incident that turned a disturbing situation into a touching tale of rescue and second chances. Let me set the scene for you.
Don't f***ing touch my car. Get the f*** is wrong with you? What the f*** is wrong with you? Get the f*** out of here.
Why are you
Don't touch
me?
me.
This is Apple phone. Is this like cool?
What
Like
the
I'm
f*** is
18?
wrong with you, bro?
How old are you?
How old are you? What the f*** is, what are you?
An evil piece of shit.
While waiting in his car for a friend to come out of a dispensary, a visibly distressed woman appeared out of nowhere. The woman, clutching a Belgian Malinois puppy, hurled a barrage of incoherent rants towards the rapper, and then proceeded to bang on his car hood. The rapper said in the interview that when he was pulling out a phone, the woman approached the window and slapped him. We have to give props to him for remaining his composure, because if it was someone who's easily provoked, this could have definitely ended with her in a hospital or even worse.
Go. Why you holding the dog like that?
What?
Bro, you got me in the middle of the street, bro. Hobson? Don't nobody listen to f***ing Hobson.
Oh, they don't.
Are you off crack?
Let's delve a bit deeper. You see, what's so peculiar about our Karen here isn't just her lack of social grace. It's the complete disregard for anyone but herself. Some commented that she was high on drugs, but after digging a bit more, she was supposedly having a tough episode. Here's one comment saying, from the original video that was posted and went viral, she wasn't high on drugs. She is, if I recall correctly, severely bipolar. She was off her meds and was having a very shitty mental episode far from her control. I'm not a doctor, but her behavior does indicate that she might be off her meds. Slurred speech, not blinking for 2 straight minutes. Clearly something's not right.
Are you on the tri-street?
Back up. See these rings? I'm rich.
Exactly.
Exactly.
What do you have, gloves in your life?
But what's genuinely disturbing here is the sheer recklessness towards that poor little puppy she's holding. Seriously, who brings a puppy into a confrontation? It's like bringing a marshmallow to a gunfight. It's unnecessary and it's not gonna end well.
Oh, nah, for real, just listen. Nah, listen, I feel bad for you. Whoa. Back up.
If I really do that, do you really
What are you talking about? Let me get back in my car, bro.
It's called the Mafia. It's called the military of the United States of America. You're black.
What did you say?
So you're black.
So what?
Exactly.
So what if I'm black? What's up?
So what if I'm white?
I didn't say nothing about race, you racist bitch.
So what if you're from
You're
California
the one bringing
and
up
I'm...
fucking race. I'm not from California.
So where
What's
you
up?
from?
It doesn't matter. What's up? What do you want to do?
Utah?
What the f is wrong with you? Back up, bro.
Back up, bro.
You weirdo.
Nasty.
Gee. Gee, what are you doing? Who are you?
I don't have an identity.
Why are you pulling up on me like this?
You look like
Where did you come
identity?
from?
You look like you have an identity in the Illuminati.
No, if you was a dude.
Mercedes. That means a lot. Do you really want to be worth more than Mercedes or not?
Is that your dog?
After the rapper said, "Is that your dog?" it seems that it triggered something inside our Karen here, because this was the moment she threw the puppy towards the man. Unfortunately, I can't show you this part, but you can imagine how tragic the scene looked. After she threw the puppy, we can immediately notice that the puppy, disoriented and scared, was not coming back to its supposed owner, but instead was trying its best to approach the person recording. That moment right there, that's where Mullah's humanity shines through. He could have reacted differently, but he chose to protect the innocent creature in this entire hullabaloo. He embraces the frightened puppy, and let's face it, we're all cheering for him. This guy turns this distressing situation around, standing up against the woman's erratic behavior and deciding that the puppy is no longer hers.
Come here. Get the f out of here, you bitch. Whoa, back up. This is not your dog. This is not your dog no more. I got video of everything. Yeah, get the f out of here. You going to jail?
I'm going to jail. I have mental health record.
I don't give a f what you
Mental
have.
health record since I was...
Stop touching me, bro. Back up.
What's your name?
It don't matter.
Exactly, it doesn't matter. Did you steal my dog?
After the recording was released, it clocked in millions of views in a matter of days, and it was a sight to behold. It wasn't just about a distressed puppy or a ranting woman. It was a hard, real-life example of unchecked mental illness, subtle yet blatant racism, and blatant animal abuse.
Bro,
Hey.
she threw this dog at me, G. She threw the dog at me. I got it on video, but she threw the dog. And now,
Put the face all over Facebook.
now she just...
Like Kardashians and...
I'm trying to understand what my life is right now. I don't understand why the fuck I'm right. I don't get why you doing this. Why are you here? Go back to where did you come from? Look at
I
her.
love you.
What?
What's your name? I love you. It's not that I'm gonna sex you and I love you. I just want to love you. Is that a problem?
You what?
The woman claims she has a mental health record, accuses the rapper of stealing the animal, and rapper doesn't back down. What does he do instead? He gives the puppy a new home, a fresh start, and even a new name, Movie. The rapper, in a twist of fate, adopts the puppy. That's right, our underdog rapper turned underdog savior. After the incident, he also set up a GoFundMe to provide for her immediate needs, which reached its goal in a matter of days. As of now, the puppy is in good spirits, enjoying his newfound Instagram fame with over 100,000 followers. Truly a heartwarming end to this wild saga. Here's a follow-up video after the incident.
You do, hey, what's up, pretty? Hey, you're so happy now? Look at that tail. Oh my goodness. What's her name, gang? What's her name?
She don't got a name yet.
Still they name her? Look how happy she is, though. Look at that tail. Huh? Look at that tail. A true hero, man.
As for the Karen, as you've noticed, not once have I referred to her by her name because there's just no information about her. She was just a random person wandering the streets of California when a supposed episode struck her, and the situation escalated beyond our imagination. Here's Mula's take on what happened to her.
Have you learned anything about who she is or what her whole deal?
Somebody said that she got locked up right after. Like I seen a video. My manager showed me that they DM'd him, like a video of her on another block looking for the dog, like yelling at people. And they said that she got arrested, but I don't know if it's true. I didn't really look into it. I don't even really care, bro. It's
Yeah,
like,
it just happened, right? You would think that if she had a job, there's no way that she would be able to avoid it.
I
and
honestly at first was thinking like she gotta be somebody family member, like somebody
Something.
rich or something.
Yeah,
Like, she
I
just
mean,
walking around with it.
When
You know what I mean?
I feel like every single time you see someone go viral for something like this,
That's the tea for today. Let's learn from this and treat each other and our furry friends with kindness and respect. If you've got any thoughts about the whole Mula versus Disturbed Karen episode, drop them down in the comments below. Here we have yet another incident involving a woman arguing and fighting at a skate park in Austin with teen skaters. The whole footage was caught by one bystander from the group. The video has gone viral, and even memes have been made about this particular woman. We'll dive deep into the details of the confrontation. I'll share my thoughts on the situation, and we'll follow up with the aftermath of the incident. So let's get right into it. As the video starts, Karen, bizarrely barefoot, confronts one of the skaters. It's puzzling why she's not wearing shoes in a skate park environment. Her aggressive tone and words indicate that something might have triggered her emotions, but it's not immediately clear what that might be. I need to mention that there will be moments in the video that go against the YouTube guideline policies. Therefore, you'll notice some deliberate video stuttering to compensate for that.
Who says I need help? It looks like you need help.
Call the cops. Like,
Why are you backing away?
Because you're putting your hands
When she shoves the young skater, he tries to back away, attempting to avoid any escalation. He's holding his skateboard, surrounded by his friends and many others witnessing Karen's behavior. She's not only arguing, but almost ready to fight as she's almost punching his chest. A friend of the teen skaters is recording everything on his smartphone camera and laughing at the situation. Karen gets angrier as she notices everyone watching her bad attitude. Things escalate when another teen skater responds by pouring water on her.
Paul, you're the one that told me.
Oh!
You asking for it.
You asking for it. That was fire,
Oh,
shit. Oh! Oh!
Karen's actions are startling and unexpected, and one can't help but wonder why she's resorting to physical violence. The skater holding the water tries to defend himself, but Karen continues to punch him and argue with him. Everyone wants the Karen to leave the area because she's embarrassing herself, but she seems to ignore their pleas. The situation takes a dramatic turn when, out of nowhere, a female skater in a green shirt jumps into the melee and takes matters into her own hands, seemingly defending her friends. Now it seems like an MMA fight has just started. Her intervention further complicates the situation, escalating the fight to a new level. The new teen skater manages to expel Karen from the zone. She fights like a pro MMA fighter, and Karen seems powerless against her.
Oh!
Are you a movie skater?
Whoa!
Kicking me!
Whoa!
Despite being beaten up and thrown over the wall, Karen doesn't leave and continues arguing, ignoring everyone's requests to leave. Now the police arrive at the scene. The arrival of the police should bring some relief, but unfortunately it doesn't seem to help. Karen persists, arguing with the officers while everyone continues to ask her to leave.
I'm sorry. Cops never.
As the confrontation continues, it becomes evident that she fits the stereotype of a Karen, displaying entitlement and a lack of self-awareness.
That's a weird film, bro. We do not have consent of her recording us. Hey, your phone's on. Where's your phone?
I mean, I know you're in the state of mind of kids strangers. That's apparent.
Where's your clothes on?
She's live. Yo, she's tweaking.
Hey, bro, she's live.
She's on Facebook Live.
Hey, what's your Instagram? Hey, let's go to this
She's on Facebook Live. look like you're on drugs. Get out of here.
Nowhere to hide.
Yo, that's scary. You are scary, lady. This is what your brain looks like on meth.
This guy is
What is it?
He's the one who actually, there's a story about this.
Go away.
Go away.
Leave.
The skaters and Karen seem caught in a cycle of aggression and confrontation, and it's challenging to pinpoint the exact cause of their animosity. The use of bare feet as a weapon is peculiar, and it's unclear if there's any significance behind her decision not to wear shoes. It could be a form of intimidation or just an impulsive reaction to the situation. At the end of the video, we see police officers arresting her and handcuffing her. Police officers initially asked her to leave because creating such an environment in a public place was against the law, but she kept on recording and arguing with the teen skaters, who were even scared of her. When the police arrested her, the teen skaters shouted with happiness and asked the police to take her away.
Why won't you leave?
You have my purse. Did you steal my purse?
Bro, yeah, I stole your purse. Right here.
Barefoot. Call the cops here. They asked me who you were. You're from Tennessee, Knox? Honey, I'm from Tennessee, and I don't look like you. So why do you look like this? Get the out of here. We all start doing the
Thank you. Take her away, boys. Take her away.
After this incident, the footage went viral on TikTok and YouTube, racking millions of views. The woman in green who jumped to defend her friends received much appreciation on social media. Laura K. Lewis, the woman involved, was arrested and charged with assault by contact after officers witnessed her attack. Viewers on social media expressed admiration for the woman in the green shirt, praising her for coming to her friend's defense. Comments poured in, with one reading, "My utmost love, respect, and kudos to my sister in the green top, who literally kicked that pathetic, miserable, and disgusting Karen's straight to the curb. I'm so proud of you, ma'am. You literally are a rock star. Keep rocking." Another comment read, "The skater girl won my heart. That's the type of woman I want to marry." Since the incident went viral, many people have created memes about it on various social media platforms. From a legal standpoint, several issues arise in this case. First and foremost, there is the matter of assault and battery. Karen's physical aggression towards the young skaters constitutes assault, as she displayed an apparent intent to cause fear or harm to the victims. Additionally, her actions of actually kicking and shoving the skaters can be considered battery, as she made harmful physical contact without their consent. The woman in the green shirt's intervention also raises legal questions. While her intentions may have been to defend her friends, her actions could be construed as assault as well. In many jurisdictions, self-defense laws allow individuals to protect themselves or others when faced with imminent harm. However, the law typically requires that the response be proportional to the threat faced. Thus, whether the woman's level of force used was justified may be a point of contention in the legal proceedings. Moreover, there could be civil claims arising from the incident, such as emotional distress. The young skaters who were assaulted may have grounds to pursue a civil lawsuit against Karen for causing them emotional distress and trauma. Additionally, Karen might also consider legal action against the skaters if she believes their actions were unwarranted and caused her emotional distress. Additionally, laws related to recording and consent vary from one jurisdiction to another, making it essential to understand the specific regulations in the location where the incident took place. Some regions require explicit consent from all parties involved before recording and sharing footage, while others may have more lenient laws concerning recording in public spaces. Live streaming the incident on social media platforms like Facebook amplifies the potential impact of the unauthorized recording. The video's wide dissemination could lead to further privacy violations, as it exposes individuals to a larger audience without their consent. Hope you enjoyed yet another analysis of a viral Karen incident. What are your thoughts? Leave them down below. Welcome to another episode and another shocking encounter caught on camera. A real-life Karen unleashes a torrent of racist remarks at a couple just trying to shop. Hold on to your seats as we set off for a journey into this jaw-dropping story that exposes the ugly side of public confrontations. Today, we will shed light on an alarming incident that took place at Walgreens in Florida, where a Muslim woman was peacefully grocery shopping with her husband when a Karen started off her racist rant and hurled abuses. During the confrontation, she even took the liberty of stripping them off their humanity, simply addressing them as Muslims.
You are a sucker. You probably suck Muslims. Oh my God. Yes, yes, yes.
In the opening seconds, the woman is constantly shouting slurs at the woman and her husband. Luckily, they start filming her the very instant she starts off with the rant. She fixates on the couple, dehumanizing them with a fervor that seems plucked from the annals of dystopian fiction. Her words like serrated blades cutting through the very essence of human decency.
Go ahead. Here we go. Here we go. I'm taping you. I'm taping you. Kiss my. Oh, I love your garb. You look like a nigger.
In the face of the Karen's escalating verbal assault, the couple remains remarkably composed, choosing to wield their smartphone cameras as shields against her onslaught of hatred. Oh man, lady, you got some serious issues. Brain working is needed much.
Yeah? Oh, look at that, son. That's good, good for you.
Yeah, that's good.
Good for you.
Feel, girl. Keep going, keep going. See, we keep your distance.
Pull that up. Pull that up, honey.
Yeah, pull.
God,
Go ahead,
ugly
pull
women. Hi, I'm at Walgreens. These guys are calling me here. They're Muslims. They're here in our country. In our country. In our country.
We're here in your country.
Get the out of my face. Get her out.
Get you on the floor.
Listen, this guy is threatening me. This guy is threatening me.
Lady, move back.
Will you please, Walgreens?
She emphasizes their perceived otherness, as if their mere existence as Muslims is a crime that warrants immediate intervention. In a bizarre twist that only adds to the surreal nature of the situation, the Karen takes her bigotry to a new level by involving the police. She dials the emergency number, her voice trembling with a mix of anger and self-righteousness. As she speaks with the dispatcher, her words reveal a disturbing worldview. As she converses with the police, her condescension knows no bounds. She continues to label the couple as cunts and Muslims. In her mind, she is the righteous defender of a supposed American ideal, while everyone else, from the couple to the police, is an obstacle to her grand narrative. Imagine a single white woman protecting the entire America from the unfathomable threat posed by this Muslim couple. How funny is that?
On 17th Street Causeway.
I'm telling you right now, move back.
No,
back, man.
You threaten me. You threaten me. She's
step
filming
back.
me. She's filming me. And he's calling me a cunt. And he says he's going to throw me on the ground. He said that he's going to throw me on the ground.
I said don't touch her.
No.
Please
back off right now.
The Karen's conversation with the police takes a disturbing turn. She delves into the realm of fabrication, weaving a web of lies that further exacerbates the chaotic scene. She claims that the couple called her a vulgar term, twisting reality to paint herself as the innocent victim of unprovoked aggression. Imagine the same woman who unleashed a tirade of hate-filled slurs moments ago, now presents herself as a target of verbal abuse. Her manipulation of facts blurs the lines of truth, casting a shadow of doubt over the unfolding events. She is definitely going to win an Oscar for this acting shift, because in a desperate attempt to amplify her perceived victimhood, she alleges that the couple is threatening to physically harm her.
Causeway.
You saw.
I don't know what is the address here.
I'm
What's the address here?
taping you.
What's
I'm
the address
taping
here?
you. Sounds good.
No, I'm waiting for the police.
No.
No.
First of all, you need a mask.
I have a mask.
Then put it on.
No.
No.
Give them. This is the police.
No, I don't
give
give
them the
I
address.
don't give a damn who it is. You need a
Did
mask
you hear
to
that?
be in this
Did you hear that?
establishment.
Did you hear that?
You
She
need
doesn't
a
care.
mask.
She doesn't care that you're the police. She doesn't care.
You need a mask to be
When you come to Walgreens on 17th
You can meet
Street,
them outside.
Listen.
You can meet them outside.
I have a mask. I'm putting it on.
All I'm asking you to do is
That's
put it
all.
on.
She's talking to me.
I don't care.
The
You need
police.
to put your mask on.
I will, ma'am.
You need to put your mask
What a
on.
bunch of idiots here.
You need to put your mask on. That's
I
it.
am having, there's a
That's it.
man threatening to hurt me. Get out of my face, honey. Get out of my face. Get out of my face. Get out of my face. Want me to spit on you again?
You need a mask, ma'am.
Want me to spit on you, ugly?
I swear to you, if
What
you
a
do that
ugly
again, I'm
bitch.
fucking
What
hit
a
you.
ugly
I swear to you, I'm gonna hit
Why
you.
do you wear clothes like that? Why do you have clothes like that?
Ma'am,
Look, he's calling me a whore.
Yes,
you're
I am.
spitting.
You're spitting at people. You're dumb.
Called me a whore. After you called me
right now.
Illegal.
You can get in trouble recording.
No.
You can get in
Could
trouble
you
recording.
please come? Could you please come?
This is no matter. This is no
matters. Water.
Will you give him that address?
No.
They're not giving you anything. Can you believe it? This is Walgreens on 17th Street by the bridge.
You don't come in
by the
and spit on
bridge.
people. How do you come
And
in
there's
and spit on
Muslims
people?
here that are threatening.
Muslims.
Muslims.
We're as scary as you just call these people.
Yeah. Well,
We're just
you
as
called
scary
me
as, right?
and a whore. You idiot. God, you're ugly. No wonder people hate you.
They do hate us.
Israelis rule.
I know.
Israelis rule. Israelis rule because you guys are ugly as. Yeah, Israelis rule. We rule. We rule. Israelis rule. Israelis rule. No wonder.
Are you getting anything in here? Leave them alone. They're humans.
No, they're not.
Okay.
No,
Yes, they are. They're Muslims.
Muslims.
Ma'am, this is a business.
Yeah.
You can't do anything.
Yes. Hello. Yes.
I know that. She's good.
Yeah, but they have been threatening me.
Okay, you can go outside.
They're gonna be outside.
Listen, you
They're
can
gonna
go
be outside
outside.
like they threaten Israelis.
You can go outside and you can talk to. They need to
No
talk to
wonder
you.
this goes on in the world.
They're talking to you.
Yes.
Go outside and talk to them.
Where's the little cart?
We don't have any cars. You can go outside. Let's go outside and talk to them.
Go outside.
You have to go talk to them outside.
Where are you?
I'm saying she cannot hear you. You're yelling and stuff.
Let
You
me
need
go
to go
over here. I want to
outside.
get away from the Muslims.
What the hell? What is the address? They're not getting the address correctly. 1680.
Good. Good. I'm taping you. I'm taping you, huh? By the way, I'm taping you. She's doing that for me. She's doing this for me.
She's talking nonsense to them. Yeah, she's. Oh my God.
This stop. Oh my God! We're waiting for the. We're waiting for the cops. We're waiting for the
This
cops.
woman is like standing. God, are you ugly? Look at.
Don't touch her.
Come near me. Look at her. Ugly.
Hello?
Did you hear me?
Ma'am,
What?
you have to go.
No, they're coming
No,
here.
no. Exactly. You need to go outside. You're not shopping in here, ma'am.
Keep her.
We will not bring you up for nothing.
So now the police is here. Now the police is here for like 10 minutes.
Oh, the C word now. I never said that.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, but you don't wait around the corner. Sure.
Oh, that's really.
Look at that. Look at that.
Where are you from?
Look at that.
Where are you from?
Cebu, Cebu.
Why don't you go back to Ukraine?
Lithuania.
We allow one to go back to you.
Thank you, man.
Well, he was telling us he wanted to prosecute. Hey, he said no 2 seconds ago. They said no now? Yeah. They told me yes. They told me no just now after talking to him.
Please don't do this.
How about we do that? That doesn't give you an excuse to activate your ass.
Okay. Hey, they're leaving in 2 days. Take it. You have to leave.
Color in this world.
I accept your apology.
I have friends that are.
Yeah, we've addressed that. Okay, we'll deal with it.
Why? And you probably put yourself in the position to make them do that.
That's a typical man. Typical man to say that.
Ma'am, no weapons on you or anything like that?
No, here.
No, that's okay. Stand up for me, please.
No.
I'll just make sure you have no weapons on you.
Look, I don't even have
I don't know.
pockets.
Turn around. I don't want to touch
I
you.
don't have pockets.
Great. Under arrest for battery.
I didn't do any battery.
No, when you spit on people, that's battery.
No, I did not. Listen, he verbally abused me.
Well, that doesn't give you the right to spit on them. That's what you verbally abused me as soon as I got here. Did I spit on you?
No.
You're under arrest for battery. No, yep, definitely doing
that. That hurts.
Yeah, they're handcuffs. They're not for comfort.
Can
Let's
I
go.
take my purse?
Absolutely. Come on.
Oh,
Let's go.
please don't. No,
Oh,
don't
no,
hurt
you're
me,
definitely
though.
going to jail. Let's go. Walk.
With the arrival of the police, a moment of reckoning is at hand. The once persistent voice of the Karen is momentarily silenced as the officers take control of the situation. As the handcuffs are placed around her wrists, the Karen's demeanor changes. Her defiance and aggression give way to a semblance of compliance, though her eyes still smolder with resentment. Despite the mounting evidence against her, she clings to a sense of innocence, denying every allegation with practiced precision. What a quick flip. What a U-turn. She's old, but she's sharp and fast. The police officer, seasoned in managing such situations, firmly but calmly addresses her. What a patient man. The way he slaps her with the contradictions in her arguments, chef's kiss. The Karen, now backed into a corner, scrambles for justification. She asserts that the couple verbally abused her as if that could somehow mitigate her own actions.
Unbelievable.
Can I leave my car here?
That's absolutely fine, sure.
Yeah, this is unbelievable.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
10:15.
Officer, this is unbelievable.
Let's go.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Well, I'll get a good attorney.
God bless you.
Yep. God bless me. God, because I'm a Christian.
Christians don't talk like you.
No, but you know what?
No.
I just went through. Can I put that in my purse, please?
I need to
Will you
collect
put-
your property. You are a prisoner now. I need to collect your
I've
belongings.
never been a prisoner.
Well, you are tonight.
Please
No,
don't.
no,
do
you're
that.
going to jail.
Please don't.
Open your hand. What is this?
It's my Kleenex.
Okay,
For
so
my nose.
let it go.
Well, can you give me a Kleenex? Officer, please help me.
Just get, they said it is our prosecution.
No, 2 seconds ago.
They said no now?
Yeah.
Because they told me yes.
They told me no, just not.
Confirm for me
Please
or.
don't do this. Please. I didn't do anything.
How about you just stand there and stop talking? How about we do that? How about we do that? That doesn't give you an excuse to act the way that you're acting. None. Just stop talking.
You guys can leave. We'll take care of it. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, you guys have a good one.
This officer saw me last night. I've been having a lot happening in my life.
You really think that's going to happen?
With a simple
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
For every
But you, can you apologize too? I apologize. I'm not a racist. I have friends that are Muslim. Okay? I have friends that are Muslim.
Following a lengthy exchange, at first the victims gave a green light to file charges, and the Karen was supposed to be escorted to the police car and taken to the station. Did she have a dual personality disorder? Because as soon as she approaches the police car, a shift occurs. The weight of the situation seems to finally settle upon her shoulders. With a sigh, she takes a step towards humility, a stark contrast to the aggression that defined her earlier. In a subdued voice, she offers a lackluster of apology. The justification for her behavior emerges. There's been a lot going on in my life, officer. She continues to apologize as if repetition can somehow cleanse the stain of her words. I'm sorry, and I'm not a racist. I have friends who are Muslims, she insists, her words tinged with desperation. The irony is palpable. They should have asked her if she was an actor or not.
Oh, that hurts. You're hurting my hand.
Well, they're handcuffs. They're not for comfort.
Well, I've never had handcuffs.
So that's a no. Okay, so
Except when I
those
was-
same Muslims that you were talking shit to just decided your fate and they elected to not
Thank
prosecute.
you. God bless you.
Yeah, God bless them. Because if it was up to me, you'd be going to jail.
Come on, officer, please.
But they decided, as the victim, that you were not going to jail.
Oh.
I suggest you watch your mouth because the particular the particular group that you decide to mouth off to were professional or nice. Some people might kick you in your face and they're gonna come pick up the pieces. So I suggest you watch your mouth.
This officer saw me last night. He knows I'm not a bad person.
I don't think
I didn't know you.
Well,
I just know you were having issues yesterday.
because of my card. My father was with the Army. He was a captain in the Army.
Did anybody get her 14?
Look what you did to my aunt.
You should be going to jail.
Huh? Oh. Can you get me my purse, please?
Hey, you got a 14?
No, I thought he was holding it.
Get your stuff and leave.
No, what do I do with this?
What do you do with what?
Oh, that hurts.
That's unfortunate.
Well, I've never had this happen to me
Then keep your mouth shut and you won't have it happen again. Literally keep your mouth shut because you spit on somebody.
Listen, you don't know what he did to me.
You don't
before.
have the right to ask me how to talk to you when you're disrespecting people.
He disrespected me first.
Literally spitting on people. Gather your belongings, count your blessings, and leave.
Listen, I'm a
Bye.
Christian.
Yeah. Well, you need to look that up.
And I go to Calvary Chapel.
You need to.
All right?
That's concerning.
Yeah,
very concerning.
Yeah, we'll talk to Pastor Doug.
I will actually.
All right.
I will talk to Pastor Doug and let him know how you
Come
feel
on
about
Sunday.
different
Come on
religions.
Sunday for the church.
Okay, for sure.
Okay?
Yeah.
11 a.m.
All right.
Good night.
Good night. Thank you, officer.
You have a good night, man.
Thank you.
Get
And
home safe.
thank you, officer. You're respectful. You're respectful.
They all are, man.
You are not.
Good night.
Thank God for President Trump.
Come on. Not the president.
I don't even know what that means.
Enjoy him too. So,
off.
Off.
Unfortunately, since the victims of this racist tirade had a change of heart and didn't feel like filing charges against her in the end, the police decide to release her. In the end, we must give credit to the police officer who didn't put up with any of her shenanigans. He constantly shut down any attempt at her trying to justify her actions, and it's just so satisfying to watch it. The aftermath of this disturbing incident left a trail of emotions in its wake. For the couple who endured the Karen's verbal assault, the encounter likely served as a stark reminder of the bigotry that still lurks beneath the surface of society. society. In this gripping story, we will follow the harrowing experience of Kiana Larkins, a brave young woman who faced hate head-on while delivering a DoorDash order from James Rhodes. We'll dive deep into the details of the confrontation, I'll share my thoughts on the situation, and we'll follow up with the aftermath of the incident. So let's get right into it. On a seemingly ordinary April day, Kiana Larkins embarked on her DoorDash delivery rounds, striving to make ends meet as a single mother to her 3-year-old child. Little did she know that this day would turn into a nightmare she would never forget. As she drove through the parking lot of Wyndham Ridge Apartments, a chance encounter with a white man named James Rhodes would change her life forever. As she navigated her car around Rhodes's vehicle, Kiana could not have anticipated the rage that awaited her. James Rhodes, a man fueled by anger and racial animosity, jumped out of his car and immediately launched into a torrent of racial slurs and threats. The encounter was recorded by Kiana herself, as she knew that documenting the incident might be her only protection. The video footage captured Rhodes's chilling words, expressing his intent to blow her f***ing head off with an AK-47. The distressing scene unfolded in front of her 3-year-old child, who could be heard making sounds of fear and confusion in the background.
Get the f*** out of here. Hey, get the f*** out of here. Get the f*** out of here. I pay $1,000 a month here. You can't, you make $1,000 a 2 months. Fuck you.
How do you know that?
You're a dumb, black, f***ing bitch. Fuck you.
What's your name?
Yeah, and I'm racist. And I'm a racist motherfucker.
Look.
I got an AK-47 right now in my f***ing goddamn car. I'll blow your f***ing head off.
Look.
I'm tired of you, Nick. I'm tired of you, Nick. She's driving us radical.
Well, look at you. You're acting erratically.
She didn't see.
You don't. Okay, but first of all, you don't call. I don't give a. You don't call her names. You don't call her names because you're pissed. You don't call her names. No. You know what? You're a racist.
Yes, I am.
Right, well,
yeah.
You know what? You go the back way. Hey. You want to get through this.
Yeah.
You're a white ass bitch.
Yeah. You.
You a
fucking wig. You're a wig. Yeah.
You white ass bitch.
Yeah.
As Rhodes continued his racist tirade, the parking lot became a stage for bystanders to witness the disturbing incident. One brave woman, unwilling to stand idly by, confronted Rhodes and challenged his racist behavior. Her words reverberated through the air as she vehemently denounced the hate she witnessed. With emotions running high, other individuals also voiced their condemnation of Rhodes's actions. The crowd united in rejecting racism and intolerance, demonstrating the power of collective resistance against hate.
You and go f*** your mother and go f*** mother.
You know, you racist ass. How about you go the back way? Because we're not letting you through.
That's fine.
That's good.
Yeah,
you should be
good.
ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself.
I'm tired of this country.
Call the police.
Hey!
Racist.
You and everybody that looks like you.
Okay. He's a racist and he's picking on this girl.
Who cares? Whoa! What are they gonna come arrest me?
Are you drunk, dude? Because you look like a fool.
Yeah, no.
You look like
you're drunk and you're on pills.
You look like a fool.
You're on pills and you're a fat pig. You're a pig.
And you're an ugly ass white bitch.
You.
The incident, recorded by Kiana Larkins and shared on social media, rapidly went viral, catching the attention of local officials and the management of Wyndham Ridge Apartments. The response was swift and unequivocal, as the management declared that they do not tolerate any kind of racist, threatening language and overt threats of violence. Rhodes's residence in the apartment complex was put in question, and he was served with a notice to leave the premises immediately. The community's united stand against racism sent a clear message that such behavior would not be tolerated. CBS News article reads, "Over the weekend, we were made aware of the disturbing incident that took place at the Wyndham Ridge apartment complex involving one of our residents. Following the incident, photos and videos of the altercation were uploaded to our community Facebook page. At Wyndham Ridge, we do not tolerate or condone any kind of racist, threatening language and overt threats of violence, and have since taken down the video. We moved swiftly to address the situation and are actively working with law enforcement officials to resolve the matter." On Monday, April 19th, Wyndham Ridge served the resident with a notice to leave the premises, and he has agreed to move. We are committed to creating a safe, secure, and inclusive environment at Wyndham Ridge, and we will continue to take proactive steps to resolve the situation. Stowe police said Rhodes attempted to justify his statements and said that he had let his anger get the best of him. A spokesman said Rhodes told investigators he doesn't actually own any weapons, but police didn't say whether they verified if he was telling the truth. The spokesperson also said that in an interview with police, Rhodes admitted he lost his cool and was only slightly remorseful. He has been charged with both aggravated menacing and ethnic intimidation, which is a felony hate crime. The incident spurred a collective outpouring of support for Kiana Larkins and a reiteration of the values that the community of Stowe cherishes. Stowe Mayor John Probonic issued a powerful statement condemning the incident and emphasizing the importance of kindness, tolerance, and inclusivity in guiding their daily actions and beliefs. Beacon Journal article reads, "As a Stowe resident for over 25 years, it saddens me to think that this incident could in any way define our city for those who are otherwise unfamiliar with Stowe," Probonic wrote in a news release. "The community that I know and love absolutely condemns the behavior displayed on the video and instead chooses the principles of kindness, tolerance, and inclusivity to guide our daily actions and beliefs. Let me be clear, there is no place for violence, racism, or intolerance in the city of Stowe. We take great pride in creating a welcoming atmosphere for all people and actively celebrate our diversity." Community members rallied together to ensure that incidents like this would not define the city, but rather serve as a reminder of the work still needed to build a more compassionate society. Following the incident, Stowe police swiftly took action and arrested James Rhodes. According to Beacon Journal news article, James Rhodes, 53 of Stowe, was arrested Tuesday in connection with the April 17th incident. He has been charged with ethnic intimidation, a 5th-degree felony, and aggravated menacing, a 1st-degree misdemeanor. He has also been asked to leave the apartment complex where the incident occurred. Rhodes pleaded not guilty to the misdemeanor, and the felony charge is being referred to a Summit County grand jury following a court appearance Tuesday. He could not be reached for comment. The focus naturally switched to the effect that the tragedy had on Kiana Larkins' life, as more people from different parts of the country became aware of the incident. Throughout the aftermath of the incident, Kiana maintained a steadfast determination to seek justice and accountability. As the legal proceedings unfolded, she actively engaged with the authorities, ensuring that the charges brought against James Rhodes were taken seriously. Kiana's call for justice extended beyond the courtroom. She became a vocal advocate for legislative changes to address hate crimes and racial discrimination. Her heartfelt pleas resonated with lawmakers and communities alike, sparking conversations about the urgent need for comprehensive legislation to protect marginalized individuals. The pivotal role of Kiana's video recording in bringing attention to the incident cannot be overstated. In a world where social media can be both a force for good and a platform for hatred, the incident became a case study in the power of citizen journalism and accountability. The video not only served as evidence in the legal proceedings, but also initiated a public dialogue about the importance of recording incidents of hate and violence. The incident encouraged individuals to become active participants in exposing injustice and standing against hatred. As the legal proceedings continued and media attention waned, Kiana Larkins began her journey towards healing. The trauma of the incident, coupled with the intense media scrutiny, took a toll on her emotional well-being. Kiana's strength and resilience continued to be a source of inspiration for many, but it also underscored the importance of recognizing that healing from such traumatic experiences is a process that requires time, support, and understanding. The incident served as a catalyst for broader change within the community of Stowe. Local organizations and activists mobilized to address racial disparities and promote inclusivity and acceptance. Dialogues were initiated between law enforcement agencies and marginalized communities, with a focus on rebuilding trust and enhancing understanding. As we conclude this narrative, we want to extend our support and solidarity to Kiana and all those who face similar challenges daily. We stand firm in our commitment to promoting love, acceptance, and unity, and we call upon our viewers to join us in creating a world where hate has no place. A group of teens strolling through the city with their bikes shouldn't be a big deal, really. But what if this seemingly innocent adventure takes an unexpected turn, leading to havoc and disturbance while breaking traffic laws? Today, we delve into the heart of a gripping incident that unfolded in the streets of Perth Amboy, a scenario where teen cyclists found themselves at the center of heated debates and rather contrasting opinions. In the heart of Perth Amboy, on an ordinary day, the city streets played host to a group of teenage cyclists. Full of youthful vigor and excitement, they set out on a journey that would soon challenge the norms and push the boundaries of road rules. As the wheels of their bicycles spun, they seemed to be embracing the carefree spirit of adventure. It all began with a video that would soon go viral on Reddit, capturing the teen cyclists in high spirits, pedaling joyfully through the neighborhood.
Tagging along.
What time is it? 1 p.m.? It's like 1 p.m. something.
It is 109.
109. I'm gonna go to like 4 towns, I think. But not yet. We're chilling.
We went over under the train. Oh, you're panicking.
Yeah, how many minutes in already? Have we already got the cops after us?
It's like a daily thing for you guys, right?
Huh?
This is a daily thing for you?
It's a daily thing, yeah, word. They hate us.
What are they gonna do? Run us over?
Yeah, we don't even be doing anything though.
We just ride.
Like we used to be reckless back then. We used to serve cars, buses, and everything.
Now, no. Before?
And now we just be chilling. They coming for you.
They're coming for you. They're like,
they want your bike.
Huh?
They plotting. Yo, we're not going to the waterfront?
Yo, he's actually coming.
As the footage progresses, we witness the carefree nature of the young cyclists transforming into a blatant disregard for traffic regulations. The cyclists chose to ride in the wrong lanes, weaving through traffic as if on an adrenaline-fueled adventure. The designated paths for vehicles lost their significance, raising concerns about their safety and that of other road users. Amidst the exhilaration, one of the cyclists decided to toss a bottle onto the street, leaving a mark of mischief behind. This spontaneous act had unforeseen consequences later on, further complicating an already tense situation.
Think fast. He had it. Wow. We got 3 cops. Go into the park.
Yeah.
Yeah, we outside.
No, I don't like it.
Come on, man. They dipped. Bruh.
Go ahead. Get crazy, get crazy.
Stop right there. Everyone stop right there right now. Stop right there right now.
As events escalated, law enforcement intervened to address the chaotic scene after chasing the cyclists for some period. Confronting the teen cyclists about their dangerous acts, the police sought to uphold order and ensure the safety of all road users. However, this pivotal moment marked the beginning of the incident's climactic turn.
Last time I came off my own, it's full.
Last time I did that, I took my bike. No. Guys, we're not going to take your bike, all right? If you guys keep doing what you're doing, we're going to take your bike. What are we doing? Okay, listen. That's why you want to talk here. All right, let me do it. You're running. Why? Guys,
Because you guys take bikes.
All right, look, listen. You guys are supposed to have licenses and all kinds of stuff.
4 cops for bikes?
No, just let them talk, bro. Yeah. Listen, I don't make the rules.
Yo.
Guys, we don't make the rules.
Nah, shut up, listen to you no more.
Can I take a water break? Listen, we don't make the rules.
How
You guys
the
know.
fuck we need a license for a bike?
Listen, you guys know when there's like 30 or 40 of you guys together, it creates a problem for the people driving the cars. We want you guys to have fun. We want you guys to ride your bikes. Nobody wants to take your bikes. It's a beautiful day out. All right? Listen, be careful. We want
Yeah,
you
but we
kids
get
to have...
kicked out from every spot we go to.
Well, look, when you go...
Like the beach, we went there and we got kicked out.
He's bored.
Yeah. All right, listen, when you roll like 40 deep or 30 deep and you guys are in the middle of the streets and causing cars to move over for you guys, you know we're going to come here and talk to you guys, right? I mean, listen, these bikes are not cheap bikes, all right? We want you guys to have fun. You guys should have helmets. You guys are supposed to have, yeah, I see you do. I'm just saying, you know, you guys are supposed to have licenses.
He's being chill, bro.
So look, I just want to give you guys fair warning. If you guys continue to drive crazy on the street, the police are going to take your bikes.
I mean, there's a lot of us. Why would we ride on cars? You're real.
No, you know what I'm saying. Like in a whole pack and cutting people off and being dangerous to people. That's what we're after.
So if we stand outside, y'all ain't gonna mess with us?
No.
Right.
And listen, if you guys are orderly, you guys have the right to ride your bike and do what you want to do. But you know,
where you at?
You guys stop the rest too or not? Nah.
Be considerate to the other cars in the car. You understand. There's only 6 you guys.
I bet go.
There's 20 or 25 and you stop in traffic.
Yeah, just go, but watch out.
Yeah. That's the problem.
But peace out.
You know what we're talking about. All right, we get it. I appreciate you guys stopping, okay? All right, I told you I promised you I'm not taking your bike. You're not taking your bike. But I'm going to tell you something. You guys got to be fair warned. You're going to have to get licenses for your bikes. Listen, we don't make them laws. The laws are made by the city people, and everyone's supposed to have them.
I saw the money bag out of
They're
the
working on doing that kind of stuff. But guys, please, just be a little safe for your safety, okay? All right, guys, I appreciate you guys stopping. Thank you very much. Okay.
This is the last time I'm.
I saw that. That's how you gotta handle business out here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, clap it up for him. Yeah.
As the incident reached its climax, the consequences of the teen cyclists' actions were about to unfold. Law enforcement, bound by their duty to maintain order on the streets, made a striking move, seizing the bicycles involved in the mayhem. This unexpected turn of events left both the cyclists and the community in shock.
No. Take their bikes.
He just said no. What you mean?
Wait, sir. I had
he just said no. What you mean? Yeah, no. He just said no.
We wasn't even here.
She never talked to us. She never talked about
it. You ain't getting my bike. Okay. Well, young people just said, look, he got something different off of all y'all. He just said no.
Okay.
No, you're not getting my bike.
I advised 30 kids earlier today that they were not to be in the middle of the street.
out.
I advised.
When was this?
I'm on one. You're not getting my bike.
I advised.
You ain't putting not $1 in it.
And your mom could come back and get it.
You ain't putting not $1.
And your parents could come and get it.
You see $1? Did you put it all in it?
You know what? Take their bikes.
Wait, I'm not even doing anything. That's.
Get off the bike.
Nah, I ain't even doing anything. Hold on, nah, hold on. Wait. Wait, yo, don't.
Bro, he said it's okay.
Wait, yo, hold on. Let them talk.
Bro, we're gonna ride on the sidewalk. Bro, we live way in Edison. How we gonna get to Edison?
Not my problem.
Bro, how we gonna get to Edison?
Sir, can you give us a break?
Okay, well listen, look, I spoke to you guys on how it was. She told me that she was already here, and
but she didn't stop us though. She didn't even give us a talk.
All right, we rode past. That's how you know you capping.
I ain't even here. You guys know the little.
That's how you know that I talked to you, because you rode past me.
Nobody.
The consequences of the incident were not confined to seizing the bicycles alone. As authorities took a closer look at the actions of these young cyclists, it became evident that their disregard for road rules was not a one-time occurrence. Multiple violations and reckless behaviors accumulated, culminating in the arrest of one teenager. The weight of accountability was laid bare, leaving the community to grapple with contrasting emotions as the action was taken against a single cyclist, suggesting racial hatred.
He heard you.
Get off the bike, dude.
Wait, let me search your song.
Get off the bike.
Let me search your song. Wait.
Get off. Just take their bike.
Yo.
We're not. Get their name.
And I told you guys are supposed to have licenses.
Get off the bike.
Listen, if the sergeant warned you guys about your bikes, then you guys are warned.
Can I talk to you?
I gave you a
You're gonna
warning.
get arrested.
I just got out from my house.
Take my shit, cuz. You're pissing me off,
Go down the bike.
Get off the bike, you're gonna get arrested too. Yeah. I just got out from my.
I gotta get off, sir.
Okay, well, there's another situation that happened before you guys stopped.
From my house.
And your man is out of control over there a little bit, and you're gonna have to take his actions into consideration.
Bro, because we live way in Edison. What the fuck? We live way in Edison, cuz. We live way in Edison. What the fuck is you fucking with me for? Alright.
Y'all see this, man? Over some bikes, bro. Y'all different.
Why you so mad?
Yo, I'm about to make sure I get all this on footage. I'm here for footage, that's it.
I ain't talking to none of y'all.
Back up.
I'm 6 feet.
You're not 6 feet. That's fine. Only your car is to come get your boat.
That's crazy, man. Hey, the gator is still under.
Yes, sir.
You know that we told you guys to stay on the sidewalk.
I did not hear you. I was hiding in the front when you have a son in the back.
Okay. You guys know that you're going against traffic. It is for your safety. You think I want to be here taking bikes away? Like, this is so asinine. Like, we have so much better stuff to do with our time. We really don't want to be here. But we just stopped another group doing the same thing. We can't do this all summer, okay? And technically, if I wanted to be an asshole, is your bike registered with us? I don't have to give it back to you. You have the receipt to prove that that bike is your bike? I don't have to give it back to you. But I'm not gonna do that because that's not the point of this. The whole point of this is I don't want to call parents and say, dude, your kid got hit by a car. That's it. Like, we want you guys out there having fun, but the right way. If you're gonna all be coming down the street, stay on the correct side of the road.
The Perth Amboy incident captured the attention of news outlets, sparking an in-depth internal police review. According to NBC New York, the review aimed to determine whether the police's actions were justified, emphasizing the importance of public safety in such matters, which are somehow supported by the video clip itself. As the investigation unfolded, it shed light on the factors considered in the decision-making process. Police in New Jersey were justified in their arrest of a black teen and their decision to confiscate his and others' bicycles in an April incident that went viral and drew angry comments online about policing. A review ordered by the state concluded. The actions of the Perth Amboy Police Department were justified under the circumstances presented. The officers would have been in dereliction of their duties if they had acted otherwise, the review concluded. Further down below, the news article reads, the prosecutor concludes the members of the Perth Amboy Police Department acted within their lawful authority by stopping the youths on bicycles because they were engaging in dangerous conduct that created a risk of injury to motorists, pedestrians, and the youths themselves. The community caretaking role of the police extends to protecting the welfare of children in the community, the review said. In this case, members of the Perth Amboy law enforcement community were duty-bound to act immediately to prevent harm to the youths involved as well as members of the community, the review found. Sacconi's review also concludes that there was no indication or suggestion that the Perth Amboy police used excessive force, nor was their response racially motivated. Moreover, the review states that the responding officers used great restraint by not issuing summonses. Taking the other perspective of the story, the incident's reverberations extended beyond traditional media, taking on a life of their own on social media platforms. Reason.com reported on the emergence of a social media backlash, highlighting concerns about the treatment of unlicensed Black and Latino teens in comparison to others. It's yet another example of the effects of overcriminalization, which increases interactions between civilians and police with little benefit to actual public safety. Such interactions further degrade trust in law enforcement, who, as the cop in the video admits, should be off doing more important things. At least 6 officers were on the scene to address the traffic infractions and bike licenses. These types of interactions can and do sometimes turn deadly. The contrasting opinions and perspectives brought the issue of racial bias to the forefront of the conversation. The incident had a profound impact on the Perth Amboy community. As residents grappled with the events that unfolded, questions arose about the broader implications on community and police relations. NJ.com delved into the aftermath, exploring how the incident had the potential to shape perceptions and interactions within the city. As we navigate through this intricate tapestry of events and reactions, it is essential to recognize that every story holds multiple perspectives. Behind the viral videos and news headlines lie the emotions, experiences, and opinions of those involved, and those witnessing from afar. In seeking a deeper understanding, empathy becomes a guiding light, allowing us to bridge gaps and foster compassion. The Perth Amboy incident serves as a reminder that the roads we travel are shared spaces where each traveler must navigate with respect and responsibility. As we watch the viral video and dissect the events, we must not forget that our actions carry consequences that extend beyond ourselves. Empowering our youth with the knowledge of responsible behavior is pivotal to creating a safe and harmonious environment for all. What do you think of this incident? I'm interested to hear your opinions on this one. Thanks for watching. Welcome back. Today we have a viral video that has surfaced on the internet. A Karen in her natural habitat was caught on camera, unleashing a racist tirade against innocent schoolgirls simply for picking berries during a peaceful walk. I'm sure you've already familiar with her because of the notorious Karen Berry Dance Act. We probably all know her, but what other information is out there regarding the whole incident? Well, this video is going to cover it all, so stick to the end. To start this off, this intense confrontation unfolded at Minneapolis Regional Park on Canada's High Knoll Trail. The incident involved Andrea Tildzak, who took it upon herself to lecture a group of girls about their berry-picking activities in the public park. This encounter was captured on video and quickly went viral, drawing widespread attention to the concerning behavior exhibited by Andrea. Let's analyze the incident.
I pay taxes, I pay for this park, and I don't like to see people wrecking it.
We're not wrecking it. There's literally so many berries everywhere.
Oh my God, we're not wrecking it!
The encounter erupted in the first 10 seconds of the video when Andrea abruptly stopped the girls, claiming that their berry picking was causing damage to the park, which she argued was funded through taxpayers' money. Andrea, the self-proclaimed park guardian, wasted no time in launching her tirade against these innocent berry-picking schoolgirls. I mean, who knew berries could trigger such a volcanic eruption? The girls, seemingly taken aback by her aggressive approach, calmly responded that they were not wrecking anything and pointed out that berries were abundant in the trees. However, instead of de-escalating the situation, Karen's overreaction only intensified. It's like Andrea was on a mission to win an Oscar for Best Dramatic Rant. Her over-the-top reaction could rival any Shakespearean tragedy. With all the finger-waving, eye-rolling, and verbal theatrics you could imagine, she began mockingly parroting the girls' words, mimicking their innocent explanation about the berries. Her exaggerated response demonstrated a refusal to listen to the girls' viewpoint and a complete lack of empathy for their harmless activity. As the video continued, Andrea's behavior became increasingly alarming, causing distress to the girls and raising concerns among onlookers. Her actions exemplified the classic traits of a Karen, exhibiting entitlement, aggression, and an unwarranted sense of authority. Throughout the encounter, the girls maintained their composure, trying to reason with Andrea and clarify their actions were not causing harm. However, Andrea's refusal to acknowledge their explanation led to a futile and frustrating exchange.
Oh, there's so many berries out here! There's so many berries!
I cannot!
Complete twits.
We're twits. You're the one coming up to two young girls, getting
Young
mad
girls,
at them for
yeah,
picking
you're acting like
berries.
6 years old.
In a shocking turn of events, the woman's verbal assault on the girls escalated to new heights. With condescension, she branded the girls as complete twits. Unfazed by her derogatory remark, the girls bravely stood their ground, telling Andrea to mind her own business and not interfere with their harmless berry picking. However, instead of walking away, Andrea seemed to be fueled by their response. Turning around with an air of self-righteousness, she launched into a scathing retort, accusing the girls of being rude and using offensive language.
You're the one coming up to two young girls, getting
Young
mad at them
girls,
for
yeah,
picking
you're acting like
berries.
6 years old.
6 years old?
Because we wanted to eat some berries.
I'm saying, eat all the berries you want, just don't take the bush with you.
It's not the bush. It's literally it's a tiny
personally?
branch of berries.
Why don't you mind your own business? Why don't you mind your own business?
You know, that is the fucking rudest thing you've said to me.
You decided
Go
to come
back
up
where
to
you
us.
came from if you want to use language like that.
Oh, why don't you go back to where you came from, you f***ing colonizer?
In an astonishing display of ignorance, she waved her finger menacingly at the girls while uttering the words, "You know, that is the rudest thing you've said to me." As if her prior behavior wasn't appalling enough, she stooped even lower, resorting to discriminatory language, insinuating that the girls didn't belong and suggesting they should go back where they came from, simply for standing up for themselves. Seriously, is this for real? We're in the 21st century, people. It's beyond belief that such ignorance and bigotry still rear their ugly heads. Now I have to give credit to those brave girls. They held their ground with a sense of poise that would make Jedi Knights jealous. I mean, facing an over-the-top Karen like Andrea takes nerves of steel, and they handled it like absolute champs. The situation had spiraled into an alarming display of bigotry and hostility, leaving the girls stunned by Andrea's audacity. And as if her overreaction and discriminatory language weren't enough, Andrea decided to play the "go back where you came from" card.
Go back where you came from.
Oh, the hypocrisy is strong with this one. In the heat of the confrontation, as Andrea continued her onslaught of bigotry, the girls calmly responded that they were born in Canada. Can you hear the mic drop from here? The look on Andrea's face must have been priceless. But it doesn't end there, folks. As the girls dropped the bombshell that they were native Canadians, our dear Karen admitted she was originally from the United States, the very country she now criticizes. You can't make this stuff up. It's like a classic tale of irony and karma coming together in one explosive encounter. Andrea, the self-proclaimed patriot, now finds herself in the same shoes as those she had just scorned. Talk about a reality check. But the girls weren't about to let her off the hook that easily. In a brilliant display of poetic justice, they took a page right out of her playbook. With a razor-sharp retort, short, they called Andrea a colonizer and suggested she should take her advice and go back to where she came from. You have to hand it to those girls. They sure know how to dish out a taste of one's own medicine. It's like they channeled the spirits of ancient storytellers, crafting a narrative that left Andrea red-faced and exposed.
Are you First Nations?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't call me a colonizer.
You're a colonizer. You're
where did you come from?
Yeah, where did you come from?
Where did you come from? I'm actually curious.
The U.S.
U.S.?
Oh, yeah.
So you're not even
you're
from
not
here.
Canadian either.
Yeah, I am.
Oh, but we are Canadian too. I was born here.
I was born here too.
Okay.
Were you born here?
No.
Okay,
Oh.
so this is actually like I was born here and you're not even born here, and you're telling me to go
Doesn't
back
matter,
to where
you're telling us to go
your
back to-
grandparents weren't either. That's the thing. Were your grandparents born here? No.
Look, she's smiling. She wants to
I
get a reaction
know.
out of us.
This is so
Yeah,
hilarious.
I am getting a reaction out of you too, aren't I?
Oh my god, I'm so sorry that you're not
Start with it.
After Andrea's audacious "go back where you came from" remark, the girls decided to take the conversation up a notch with a simple question. Were you born here? As Andrea stood there, rendered temporarily speechless, it seemed as though time itself had slowed down. The weight of her words hung heavy in the air, contrasting with the calm resolve of the schoolgirls before her. In that charged moment, the power dynamics had shifted, and it was the girls who now held the upper hand. The silence felt deafening, as if the world was holding its breath in anticipation of Andrea's response. And yet, in that brief pause, a profound realization seemed to wash over her. The irony of her comment hit her like a tidal wave, and perhaps for the first time she truly understood the impact of her words. The girls, on the other hand, wore expressions of quiet strength and dignity. They had chosen not to respond with anger or aggression, but had instead delivered a poignant lesson in empathy and understanding. In their composed demeanor, they embodied the power of rising above hate and bigotry. And when the girls revealed their Canadian roots, you could almost hear a collective gasp from the virtual audience. Talk about poetic justice. It's as if the universe conspired to deliver the perfect comeback, leaving Andrea utterly speechless. Following the viral explosion of this shocking video, Andrea Tildzak's life took an unexpected turn. The backlash she faced from people and her local community was swift and relentless. Social media platforms were flooded with condemnation, memes, and parodies of her now infamous encounter. In the aftermath, Andrea's actions had consequences beyond the virtual world. Her employer, appalled by her behavior, decided to terminate her employment, citing that her conduct did not align with their company values. As more information emerged about Andrea, people discovered that she had a history of confrontations and complaints in public places. It seemed that this encounter was not an isolated incident, but rather a manifestation of a pattern of behavior. Additionally, discussions about racism and xenophobia in Canada were reignited. Many reflected on the need to address the underlying issues of discrimination and prejudice that persist in society. The reactions to the video were both widespread and diverse. While the majority of people condemned Andrea's behavior, there were also debates about the appropriate response to such incidents. Some argued that public shaming might not be the best approach, while others believed it served as a necessary wake-up call for those who perpetuate bigotry. Many viewers expressed their admiration for the girls' composure and intelligence, hailing them as symbols of resilience and grace in the face of adversity. Their ability to stand up against prejudice with dignity garnered widespread praise. The impact of this video extended beyond the immediate incident. It prompted important conversations about racism, intolerance, and privilege, not just in Canada but worldwide. Many individuals and organizations used this opportunity to advocate for diversity, inclusion, and the importance of promoting empathy and understanding. The video became a catalyst for examining the Karen phenomenon and its implications. It shed light on the harmful effects of entitlement and how confrontational behavior can perpetuate division in communities. In an exclusive interview with CTV News, Andrea Tildzak expressed deep remorse for her words and actions, acknowledging that she feels ashamed of her behavior.
They said some things that triggered me and it made me angry, and I said some things that I shouldn't have.
Andrea Tildzak agrees her comment was racist, but says it's not what she intended to say, and that in the heat of the moment, her words simply came out wrong.
Reflecting on the incident, Tildzak admitted that the girls' responses triggered her anger, leading her to react in a way that she now deeply regrets. She candidly stated, "I said some things that I shouldn't have." Coquitlam Mayor Richard Stewart was among the viewers who witnessed the shocking encounter with Karen, and he was far from pleased with her behavior, just like hundreds of others. Mayor Stewart expressed his anger and disappointment, condemning Andrea Tildzak's comment, "Go back to where you came from," as utterly unacceptable. However, he did add a touch of wit to his disapproval, saying, "It's never acceptable unless you're speaking to a racist from the United States and asking her to perhaps take her attitude back to where she came from." With that sly remark, Mayor Stewart struck a chord with viewers, highlighting the irony of Andrea's discriminatory language. His response resonated with many, emphasizing the need to address bigotry and intolerance wherever it arises. guises. In recent times, the term Karen has gained popularity as a label for a particular type of behavior exhibited by some middle-class white women who condescend and belittle people of color. Sadly, there have been numerous troubling incidents where individuals fitting this description have been called out for their entitled attitudes. One infamous case is the Central Park incident involving Amy Cooper. In that incident, Amy Cooper falsely accused an African-American man of threatening her life when all he had done was request her to leash her dog. Her misuse of emergency services in an attempt to exert control and authority over the situation was met with widespread criticism and condemnation. These incidents shine a spotlight on the persistence of racial bias and the need to address issues of entitlement and discrimination. They serve as a reminder of the importance of promoting empathy, understanding, and equality in our interactions with others, regardless of their background. The incidents involving Karen behavior have undeniably left an indelible mark on our collective consciousness. From the encounter with Andrea Tilsack to the infamous Central Park incident with Amy Cooper, these events have forced us to confront uncomfortable truths about societal biases and entitlement. However, amidst the disheartening incidents, there are glimmers of hope. The brave response of the schoolgirls to Andrea's outburst, the public outcry against discriminatory behavior, and the humorous yet impactful commentary from leaders like Mayor Richard Stewart shows that there is a growing collective understanding that such behavior is unacceptable. These incidents serve as a call to action for all of us to be more conscious of our attitudes and actions. Let us choose empathy over judgment, compassion over condescension, and unity over division. By promoting understanding and inclusivity, we can work towards creating a society where no one is marginalized or treated unfairly based on their background. So let's be the change we want to see. Let's replace Karen incidents with stories of compassion, kindness, and respect. Only then can we hope for a brighter future where everyone can thrive, free from the shackles of prejudice. Together, let's pave the way for a more just, equitable, and harmonious world for all.